Turner went to Sydney Uni 1 year. Yeah, was in their premiership team here.
And welcome to Graham Road at Aspley for NEAFL TV 2016. It's round one action, and what a blockbuster we have for you. Aspley Hornets versus Southport Sharks. There's a classic rivalry between these two. Michael Price describing the action for you. And beside me, the encyclopedic knowledge of Queensland football, that is Bob Batty. Good afternoon to you, Bob.
Oh, I think that's a bit overrated there, Michael, but yeah, thank you for the introduction, and great to work alongside you. It will be a fantastic season for NEAFL TV. We've got some exciting games, and this is certainly one that I've been looking forward to, round one between these two teams. It should be a ripper.
Yeah, it should be a ripper. It's a beautiful conditions today. You will hear in the microphones just a little bit of breeze that's coming across the ground, probably favouring the right-hand side as we're looking at it, the clubhouse, the dressing room end of the ground, the scoreboard end. But it is coming straight at our faces, Bob, so a lot of the play possibly over on this side of the wing.
Yeah, it usually is here at Graham Road. There's usually open spaces and the breeze usually comes into our face. Look, both teams will be looking forward to this season and the practice matches. Both teams have played both Redland and Gold Coast, and the Hornets beat Redland by 37 and the Gold Coast by 22. And similarly, the Sharks beat Gold Coast by 17 and Redland by 59. So not much between them if you look at the form guide. These two teams are really going to be, I think, shaping the final 4 or 5 this year.
Of course, Aspley, grand finalists again last year, going down in that thriller by 1 point to the NT. And Southport rejuvenated over the off-season as well, brought in a bunch of new recruits.
Yes, they certainly have. Look, they finished the year very well last year. Really finished on a high. Nathan Bock had him playing some really good footy. He's back again, and look, they've recruited very well. They've lost some good players. Joshy Hunt's gone to the Lions Academy. They've lost Wade Mills, an old stalwart, Fraser Pope. Jared Brennan's gone to NT, but their replacements, Andrew Boston, he'll be a class act. Evan Panozza, been captain of Casey Scorpions for 4 years. Fraser Thurlow, the big fella who started his footy at up here, then went to Essendon and then Woodville West Torrens. And a young fella called Brad Wilson from West Gambier, who's been a South Australian at West Adelaide. So they've got a lot of experience and some good recruits, and I think they'll be certainly contenders this year.
Yeah, both teams huddling up at either end of the ground. It's always that feeling before round one, Bob, to start the year. Expectations from both sides. How do you think both sides would be looking at this year and their I suppose, their minimum requirements for the club?
Yeah, look, John Blair's got a fantastic record with his teams. He's always seems to get them into finals, and once they get into finals, they play some fantastic footy. So they'll be aiming to repeat that, I'm sure. And Nathan, as I said, last year got this team into the finals last year. They didn't quite go on with it, but I'm certain that taste of it last year will put them in good stead for a red-hot go this year for the Southport Sharks. They've been, I suppose, some over the years in the QAFL, they've been really experienced and had a lot of success, and they'll be looking to get back to that again this year.
Absolutely. There's a lot of proud history with the Southport Sharks. It's I remember way back in the would have been 82, their first year in the QAFL. I think the under-19s, the reserves and the seniors all made the grand finals and possibly won them all 3. Not that I'm holding any bitter memories on that one. But no, the Sharks are a very proud club, and Aspley Hornets looking for their 4th consecutive grand final appearance in 2016.
Yeah, look, what a marvellous effort. The John Blair factor comes into play, as I said, come finals time, and they've been in 3 grand finals, one of them, runners-up in 2, and they'll be probably trying to even the ledger this year.
And we're not far away from the opening bounce here at Graham Road. 32 degrees is the temperature expected to hit today, just about around that now as the umpire raises the ball in the air. And we're going to get underway for NEAFL TV. It's round one action here, 2016, Aspley versus the Southport Sharks here at Graham Road. Umpire bangs it down in the middle. Fair bounce to start the year. Big tap from Walbers. He picks it up, gets a handball out to Payne. Payne shuffles it out. Aspley moving forward now, up to half forward, attacking the ball hard. In defence there is Evan Panozza, the new recruit from the Casey Scorpions for the Southport Sharks. Fair bit of movement. He's looking for some action. Goes out wide, left half back. Just looking to control the ball early, Southport. Long down the outer wing. Big contest. Well done. Ball brought to ground. Handball up. Aspley trying to get the ball out again. Joey Day. A lot of pressure from the Southport players. Long inside 50 for the Sharks. Gavin Gross punches it down. Good tackling. Ball spills. Southport in control and over the boundary line. We'll get a throw in left half forward. No, we won't. The umpire's called a free kick. Incorrect disposal. It'll go to Aspley at half back.
Yeah, Jack Stanley with the ball. Goes inboard. And the ball's tapped out to Ryan Holman. They're off.
Aspley in the middle of the ground, looking to shuffle that ball through. Still good pressure there from the Southport player in Burge. Ends up getting the ball back now. Headland, the captain, kicks it long, and Michael Hutchinson comes out, judged it beautifully, and takes the mark at half back for the Hornets. Got a fair bit of rhythm as Hutchinson as a player. Long kick down there towards Nellis. Ball hits the deck. Nellis does well, promotes the ball forward. Penosa's going to get the ball and take it over the boundary line. Now the umpire's going to get a chance to enact that new ruling, Bob. We've seen it in the AFL in the first couple of weeks. Just walk the ball over the boundary line, so it'll be a free kick to Aspley.
Yeah, Declan Bevan with the ball. Good to see him back playing NEAFL footy, Declan Bevan.
Long left foot kick towards the pocket. See that wind holding the ball up. Big fist there, and the ball goes over the boundary line for a throw-in in the left forward pocket for Aspley.
Yeah, just Joey Day started very well, a new captain of Aspley, or co-captain, he and Ed Sansbury. And good to see him get his hand on the footy 2 or 3 times already through that back half for Aspley.
Beautiful day here at Graham Road. Throw in now. Walbers gets the ball down. Payne in and under as per usual. The ball spills for the Sharks. There's a big kick coming out. It's going to get pushed over the boundary line by that wind again. Out of bounds on the full. The free kick will go to Aspley. We'll go to Jordan Burke.
Good to see Jordan staying in Queensland. He was on the Lions list for, I think, 3 years as a rookie. So great to see him stay here and further his footy.
Oh, measured the kick there. There's the big leap there by Walbers. Well done by the Sharks. They clear the ball now through Boston. Boston long down the line. Again, Hutchinson reads it beautifully, then takes off, puts the skates on, gets into the middle of the ground. Beautifully weighted kick. No, just a little bit too far for Nellis. Ball hits the ground now. Was that Mellon? Kicks it towards the goal square. Play on, says the umpire. Southport do it beautifully via hands. Comes out to McKenzie. McKenzie loops a handball now over to Boston. Boston looks for the lead, and that was a great pass, bullet-like pass. Nothing Hutchinson can do for that one. Ball taken by Jack Anthony. Chips it forward to the wing. Met heavily there was Holland. He wore it well, Bob.
Yeah, Dutchy Holland, he's a tough kid. He's been pushed up to a leadership role with Southport this year. Fantastic to see.
Long to half forward. Good contest there from Stevenson. Ball spills. It's picked up by Sard. Then dribbles it over the boundary line. Again, the players are going for the free kick there. I think that you'll see a lot of hands up in the air every time a player runs the ball across the boundary line in the first week or two there, Bob.
I think so, yeah. Hard to be in the mouth there for a while, but just want to make mention the Southport jumpers are a little bit different than what people reading the website might see. The numbers of some of these Southport players, their jumpers have not arrived on the boat from China, and unfortunately they've had to reissue different numbers for some of these players, but I'm sure the recruiters will get their head around it over time.
Let's hope the commentators do, just very quietly. Dyson Buderick, it is in number 33. He's lining up. He'll unleash from 50. Gets onto it. It starts right, and the wind's going to push it even further. One behind to start the scoring. 4.5 minutes gone. First score on the board. One behind to Southport. Aspley yet to score.
Yeah, Dyson had a fantastic year in Queensland footy last year, playing with the Queensland Scorpions under Adrian Fletcher, and had a great series. His claim to fame was a game on Jacob Hopper, where he did very well down at Geelong at Simmons Stadium last year.
Ball magnet Matthew Payne. Multiple best and fairest. Kicks it long down the line. Big fly there from Bevan, punched it. Southport now trying to move the ball out. Ericsson through the middle there to Trask, and then long inside 50, looking for Anthony. Juggling. Umpire won't pay it. Didn't control it quite. Joey Day injects himself. Now the ball is out. Right half-back Eddie Sansbury, co-captain for the Hornets this year, with Joey Day. That's a great mark there from James Nellis. Kicks it long to half forward. Sees a player he likes there. Looks like Mitch McKee with the shoulder bandages. That's looking to spear the ball, and a pass there towards Brendan Forbes, but it was intercepted there by the Sharks, and they're off now. That's a good series of handballs down the corridor. Looking to run the ball, Southport. Long inside 50, over the head of Joey Day. And again, Hutchinson reads it, but Anthony's collared him this time. Ball hits the deck, and now Aspley under pressure. Southport putting that forward pressure on, trying to keep the ball inside their forward 50. Aspley clear it though. Down the wing, it's been punched away by Boston. Hits the deck. Now Southport could control it. Boston back inside 50. Could have been a free kick there, and umpire has paid it. Thought it was going to go the other way for a moment there, Bob, actually. Thought Isaac Franks might have copped that one. But Brendan Forbes now has it for Aspley at half-back. Down the wing. He's shooting there for his teammate in Jed Turner, the big fella. Back at the club after a year at Sydney Uni.
Yeah, certainly. There's a lot of players coming back into the fray into Queensland footy this year. Fraser Thurlow, another one for Southport. He's had his go at both Essendon as a rookie and then over in South Australia. So good to see these players coming back into NEAFL footy.
Good bit of ruck work there from the big unit in Thurlow. Could have copped a free kick. Jared Drew. And he does for a high contact. He wheels around onto the left foot. That's a long kick inside 50. He gives his teammate every chance at a fly there was Joel Stevenson. Ball over the back. Hutchinson's been scragged off it. Now Payne puts himself in. Gross appealing for the free kick. Southport just worrying about the pill. Sainsbury kicks it long down the line. Jed Turner in front. Good set of hands there. Bit of attention there from Evan Penoza, but he plays on as an ordinary handball over the boundary line. Bit of pressure. Penoza lets him know about it as well, as we'll get a throw in.
Yeah, actually, Deck Bevan it was, number 6, really working hard up the ground. He's a very good size. He was an AIS AFL scholarship boy at under 16 and 18, so he's certainly got some talent. Good to see him back playing again.
Again, Thurlow wins the tap out, but it goes straight back over the boundary line. We'll do it all again, just in front of the Aspley coach's box.
It's a real arm wrestle, isn't it? It's nothing between these two teams at present. They're just looking, and it's like jabbing at each other at the moment, looking for an option.
Absolutely. 8 minutes gone, and there's only a point that's been scored, and that's in favour of Southport. The Burge won the free kick they played on, kicked it inside 50. It was a good contest there from Matthew Argus, gets barrelled, but bounces up, and he'll take the Mark Endor free kick just in front of his own goal. He's got a player out here in Jono Williams, under a lot of pressure. Gets the free kick and wants to play on. Payne's running for him, then a chipping ball over the head of Bevan. Now it's a good contest here between McKee and the young bloke there in Tyne. Tyne won the day. Ball went over the boundary line though, and we'll have a throw in.
That rule's already working. Evan Panozzo there was thinking of taking that ball out of bounds and remembered what happened about 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
They kept the ball in, which is a good sign for that rule.
Less stoppages so far in AFL terms as well, so we'll see how it works in the NEAFL. Aspley go forward again, left half forward. Bounces there for Bevan. Gets the handball over the top, speculating. Gets there to James Ives. Good to see him back. Has a bounce, curls it around. It could have been a fairy tale return for the young fella, but no, one behind results.
Yes, look, great to see James Ives back playing football. He's was a fantastic leader at 16s and 18s with Queensland under 18 and had a lot of injuries. Unfortunately, his injuries got worse the last couple of years. Great to have him back playing.
What a booming kick in that was from full back. Aspley get the free kick. It is Eddie Sainsbury. Wants to play on, get it to his co-captain in Joey Day. Couldn't hit the target, turned it over. Southport with the ball now in close quarters. It gets kicked to centre half forward. Fraser Thurlow has the ball punched away by Gavin Gross, who butters up and gets the return handball from Allen. Gross, that's a beautiful kick, and looks for Declan Bevan at half forward. Little bit of movement for him, Mitch McKee, and we've also got up forward. That's a beautiful weighted pass.
I think it's Turner.
And big Jed Turner it is certainly, Bob, 30 metres out on a slight angle.
Yeah, he's been looking very dangerous, Declan Bevan, moving up the ground and showing a clean pair of heels to his defender, and that was a beautiful kick on his left foot to the leading Turner.
So here he is, Jed Turner, back at the club, as we said earlier, from Sydney Uni. Had 1 year there. Could be a nice return for him to Aspley. He strikes it well. It's through for the first goal of the day at 10.5 minutes gone. Aspley 1-1-7 to Southport, one behind.
Yeah, good goal there from Jed Turner. He's had a lot of experience. As you said earlier, an ex-premiership player, so he'll be one that'll be a good backup for Brendan Forbes. Forbes last year had to monster most of the ruck duties throughout the year, and I'm sure he'll be happy to see Jed Turner back, and even Declan Bevan might get a run in the ruck as well. So they've got a bit more tall timber up there.
Absolutely, and the inclusion of Will Walbers, as we said, a former Southport player, he's... that sort of adds a little bit of extra spice into the contest for round one.
Certainly does, yeah. Look, he's very, very tall. He'll good athlete. Got to work on his kicking. He's been working on it for years and still improving, but he'll be a good acquisition for them.
Now, he won the tap out, but it was promoted forward by the Sharks. Now it's at centre half back for Aspley. Sainsbury comes out, shuffles a handball away. It's out to the wing. Well, big punch there through Southport. On their half forward line, the umpire has pulled a free kick out here. I think it's for Thine.
Could be Burgee. Jason Burge.
It is Jason Burge. The long right foot. The wind just favouring that end, and that was a great mark there by Jack Anthony. Just got himself into that position. The ball just came over to his advantage side, and great set of hands. 30 metres out, slide angle, but the wind right up his clacker, as they say.
Yeah, look, better work there from Jack. He's been behind on a few occasions there that Nathan sent the runner out to let him know, and he's responded well by making space, taking a good mark, and usually he's a very reliable kick, so you'd be thinking left goal post from here, Michael.
Well, he'd have to. You can hear that wind howling in the microphones. That's going straight from right. Well, he's started way left, probably just a little bit too far left, as we say, Bob, and that's one behind, but he had the right idea.
Certainly did, just allowed a little bit too much, but yeah, good signs there for Jack. He's lowered his colours the first 20 minutes, but I'm sure he'll be back. He's a very good forward for Southport Sharks.
As predicted, a very tight contest here in the opening term at Graham Road. It looks like fullback has gone over the line, kicking out that Jordan Burke. Certainly was, and he's stepped over the line there, so we'll have a ball up at the edge of the goal square.
Yeah, it's interesting. Experienced players, you would think that they'd use the front of the square instead of the sides, because the umpires can't see the front. They can see the two side areas. But makes it a bit tougher here for the defence there for Aspley.
Umpire will throw it up. Big contest there. Gross comes over, tries to clear the area. It might even favour Southport. Stevenson possibly taken without the ball. Nothing doing. Keel puts himself in. Good to see Hayden Keel running around again. Again, it's a tight contest. Great tackling there. Southport really wanting to hold the ball inside their forward 50 and press home some advantage here. We'll have a ball up 45 metres out. Right forward pocket.
Yeah, real arm wrestle, as we said. They just need a steadier, though, Southport. As I think Fraser's given away one in the ruck there to big Walbers.
He certainly did. Just threw him out of the way, the umpire said. So Will Walbers kicks it long down the line. Declan Bevan in front. Good set of hands. Punched away from him on the second grab attempt. Ball hits the deck. Boy, throwing himself in there really hard was Andrew Boston, the Gold Coast Suns product, who recruited to the club. And the umpire will throw it up.
Yeah, looking forward to Boston's impact on this competition this year, as Jackson Allen, the boy that was tackled, ex-Queenslander that went over to Sturt last year.
So Thurlow got the ball, put it forward to Brad Wilson. He's tackled by both Matthew Payne and Will Walbers. Gives the ball back to the umpire, and we'll have a ball up in front of the coach's box. 15 minutes gone. 7 plays 2. Aspley in favour. Keel. It's intercepted there by the Hornets, taking over by Matt Little. Now by Jordan Burke, kicks it long out to the wing. Mitch McKee leading his opponent. In Thine out to the ball. Looks for the chipping left foot pass, and it falls fortuitously, methinks, to Jono Williams in the middle. Just coming off the bench there. Sneaky move from Brendan Forbes. Gets the nice pass, but he's going to turn it over. Well, it was 3 Sharks that could have taken that, and they've sort of mucked it up as Matthew Payne kicks it long towards full forward. Dribbling forward now. Now Declan Bevan just lumbers in, handballs it back to Jed Turner tackled, and as you could hear the Southport bench calling for ball, certainly was. Umpire says so. Jason Burge now, left half back. A little bit of action going on in the close wing here between Screech and Argus as it goes long inside 50 for the Sharks. Aspley have the numbers here. Now Argus, can it bounce for him? It does. He wheels around. Nice little chipping pass, and he finds Ryan Holman just in front of him, controls the ball now, gets the handball away. And Matthews it was nicely taken again by Boston, who has had that impact, Bob.
Yeah, look, he's a good mover, Andrew Boston. He's got very good skills, and he'll get better as this game goes on, I'm sure. He'll find his feet.
Dyson Butterick in the middle of the ground. And you see Aspley with all the numbers in front of Butterick just about. He goes long inside 50. Anthony's got the flying does. Read it beautifully, just curled her in the back of a couple of players there. And it hit him on the chest. Nice chance for him to register his opening goal.
Yeah, look, the Aspley defence has been well on top, but Jack's starting to look a bit dangerous up there, and their inside 50s haven't been all that fortuitous so far, but I think they'll certainly be looking to Jack to put this one through and lift their confidence.
Jack Anthony, of course, played for the Pies a couple of seasons ago, came up to Southport.
Had a very good year last year. He kicked a lot of goals. He and Brennan and Hunt were very good experienced players that really helped Southport's, I suppose, really go well last year.
Now, he's learnt that from experience. The last one, he went a little bit further to the right, too far, hit the post, one behind. So 2 behinds to Jack Anthony to start his scoring. Southport 3 behinds, Aspley 7, 1-1-7, 17 minutes gone in the first term.
Yeah, look, it just needs that little bit of confidence, doesn't he? His kicking's not far off both those kicks, but it's always tricky wind here at Graham Road.
Certainly is, as Michael Hutchinson gets the ball at the back pocket for Aspley. The ball holds up in the wind. Gee whiz. Fraser Thurlow read it best. Jason Burge had hit his toe. Southport moving the ball by foot now. It was Thine who kicked it into the goal square, bouncing through. Was that touched? Was it touched at all? It wasn't. It's just going to dribble through. So well done to Tom Thine, who actually scores the first goal for the Sharks. 1-3-10. 1-3-9, I should say. Play Aspley 1-1-7 with 18 minutes gone to the first term. It's NEAFL TV, Michael Price, and the encyclopedic Queensland football knowledge of Bob Batty.
Yeah, look, a long kick there into the forward line, and big pack rose to try and get their fingertips on it, and they all missed it. So, and it bounced beautifully on its end and end over end and through for a goal. So that'll give Southport some, they've attacked incessantly the last probably 5 minutes, and that'll, I'm sure, steady their nerves a bit and get that one out of the way.
Well, they are kicking with the favour of that breeze, as we say. It's coming probably diagonally across the ground, would you say? It's heading towards in our faces, but to the right of screen, as you see. Ball hit down now by Brendan Forbes. Southport again in attack. It's a long one inside 50. Anthony trying to get away from his man in Hutchinson. They're just sort of tied up. He did beautifully. Anthony got the handball away there to Franks. It dribbles over the boundary line. The umpires called it before the kick got away. In front of the scoreboard, we'll have a throw in. 2 points the margin in favour of the Southport Sharks.
Yeah, great contest that between Hutchinson and Anthony. They've both been very good for their respective teams, and good to see Franks, Tasmanian boy, getting a kick there.
In the ruck contest as well, Jordan Burke got the handball away for the Hornets. Taking it over the boundary line was Reece Toy, and we'll do it all again in front of the scoreboard. Just
found that Aspley on ball is not quite getting as much of the footy as I thought they would, with Payne and Reece Toy and Holman, those players. So
Fraser,
Southport doing well.
They did. It's a great ruck contest there by Fraser Thurlow as the third man up. Got up, won a decisive tap. It went down to Rob Clements, who was tackled and thrown in the back, the umpire said. So he'll get a free kick, and it's 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. We'll ride this one home, Bob.
Yeah, look, he's a goal kicker. You'd probably back him a little bit more if he was on the run, but the former Red Hill Mornington Peninsula player has been a good acquisition for as a small forward for the Southport Sharks, and this would be a handy one for them.
Absolutely. He starts at left. That's a beautiful kick there. We followed it right here on NEAFL TV. Southport with their second goal in a couple of minutes. It is now 2-3-15 to Aspley. 1-1-7 here at Graham Road. 20 minutes gone in the first term.
Yeah, they've settled a little bit better, I think. As you say, it's probably the scoring end, so you would hope that probably a 2-goal breeze, if any, down to that end. But look, they've been the better team in the last 10 minutes, winning contested footy well, using it a little bit better, and their ruck work there, as you mentioned, from Fraser Thurlow was very, very good.
He's a big unit, isn't he, Fraser Thurlow? A couple of very big ruckmen, he and Walbers in the middle at the moment. As the umpire gets ready to throw it down in the middle of Graham Road again. Thurlow will win this one. Hit it back down in towards Drew. Southport box indicating he was being held there by Reece Toy. So probably something in that as well. This time Walbers buttles up. That could have been a free kick as well for in the back. No, just some very, very tight tackling. No midfield really giving the other one an inch at the moment there, Rob.
Yeah, look, he's got a big job, hasn't he? Brad Wilson on Matty Payne, so he's doing well so far.
Absolutely. Ball out wide. It was Trask going for the ball. Now Aspley gets the ball up from the turnover. The handball from Williams. It's a long inside 50, getting numbers back Southport. They did well, showing a lot of courage there. Was Headland, the captain, that's usual. Now Aspley turned the ball over. Southport looking to clear, and they do it beautifully in the end. Dribbling over in front of Isaac Franks, though, and there'll be a throw in on the left half forward line for Aspley.
Yeah, Crowley's not been afraid to really attack the footy. It's he and Lachlan Ritchie down there really running hard and trying to create space. So Nathan Bock will be happy with their effort so far.
Thurlow worked himself into the front of the ruck contest, got the ball down. Now Payne extracts the ball as he does. It curls beautifully. Mark taken. Is that John O'Williams there? No, it's not. It's James Nellis. 30 metres out right on the boundary line, but just another great contest from Matty Payne.
Yeah, look, I mentioned the fact that Brad Wilson had the tough job on him. Well, as soon as I mentioned it, he's had 2 possessions, beautiful handball through the middle there to get him into the forward line, and then a beautiful kick to give Nellis a chance to kick his first.
Well, this is a tricky one. He'll basically be kicking into the breeze. He starts it right. It stays there. One behind to James Nellis. Aspley moved closer. 15 plays, 8 up 23 minutes of the first term.
Yeah, they'll be looking for Nellis and Bevan, and Turner as really good marking players up there. Sainsbury, I thought they might play him forward, so he might sneak up there as the quarters get longer.
You would think so. That X factor that he provides when the ball hits the deck, Eddie Sainsbury as well. As Southport defence bring the ball out, it's going to get put back in there. Jack Stanley kicks it long to the goal square. Big fly at the back. Could have been a free kick interfered with at the front there.
He's given it too. He's given it as a shepherd.
A shepherd, I would have thought. Well,
block.
Say nothing because he's closer than I am, but I was looking at it from the defender's perspective. I thought he might have actually copped one in the back there. He climbed all over him, but Jed Turner will take the free kick. He's 20 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Yeah, Nick Crowley there, the free kick, gave the free kick away with just a bit of a block. But yeah, tough call, but good chance for Turner to kick his second.
Makes no mistake, this Jed Turner. He does kick his second, and Aspley answer, and only 1 point behind now. 2-3-15 to Southport, 2-2-14 to Aspley with 24 minutes gone.
Yeah, we said we'd have a close contest, or we thought it might be, based on their pre-season form and their various recruiting that they've both done, these two teams, and it hasn't let us down. It's been, I suppose, the first quarter at times been a little bit skill errors and things like that, but you've got to expect that. Round one, 30-degree day, but it's been a great arm wrestle, nothing given by either side.
Both coaches would be impressed with the intent of either side, wouldn't they be?
Certainly.
As in the middle, we've got Joel Stevenson for Southport up against Walbers. Walbers for Aspley, butters up. Stevenson actually gets the ball out to Hayden Keel. Was going to be called advantage, but no. Ball brought back. And Southport will take the free kick. Out in the wing here, free in front of the NEAFL TV commentary box is Adam McKenzie. Goes long towards Jack Anthony. Made his way in front of Hutchinson. He sees something he likes, leading close. And hits the target. It's well worked there by the Sharks. There you go, James Holland with the ball. 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. Again, we'll follow this with the NEAFL TV cameras.
He's a strong kick, certainly on the run. This will test him, though.
He starts at left, and that's a fair. Horf makes the distance, does he? I think the goal umpire likes it. Gavin Gross is appealing that he got the hand to the ball. The umpire said he might have been unsided. There's a bit of a conference in the goal square. No, okay, now we have a 4-umpire conference. Touched on the line. Contentious call.
I think the goal umpire was a little bit unsighted there. He might have been out of position and called on the two boundaries to give a decision.
Yep. So 4 heads are better than 1, and that's the way it works at this stage for Southport. Bounces into the middle. Good work. Unfortunate turnover with the handball after some very good work. Now Joey Day chips it forward to Mitch McKee. He wheels around onto his left foot from the 50-metre line, and he drills a pass. Nicely weighted. And the mark taken 35 metres out on a 45-degree angle. We've got Jackson Allen.
Yeah, good work, Mitch McKee. I've liked his first quarter. He's a very good user on the left foot. Got those Port Douglas dreadlocks at the back there, or the haircut, but certainly doing very well with his usage up forward in this first quarter for Aspley.
Jackson Allen making his debut for the Hornets today. Makes no mistake from that pocket. It's a beautifully weighted kick, and Aspley hit the front again late in the first term. Against the wind and against the run, they've kicked a couple of beauties.
Yeah, look, their forwards, once they got possession there and had the turnover in the middle of the ground, they had numbers. Joey Day was involved playing across this wing here and set up, and it was good work by Mitch McKee to look for Jackson Allen and his first goal back at NEAFL footy for 2016.
Nice work. 3-2-20 to Aspley, 2-4-16 to Southport. 27 and a half minutes gone to the first term. It's NEAFL TV. Michael Price calling your action with Bob Batty and all of the special comments here at Graham Road, Aspley. Ball in the middle. Brendan Forbes versus Joel Stevenson. Stevenson did well for Southport as they clear it inside 50. Jack Anthony starting it away from Hutchinson as the ball spills, and it was unfortunate, came off the side of the boot there. It was Zach Sard picked it up nicely off his shoelaces, and then unfortunately the ball might have hit those shoelaces over the boundary line for a free kick to Gavin Gross.
Look, I liked his the crumbing that he did then, Zach Sard. There's big raps on him, a small forward from Romsey. Played a little bit in the VFL at Coburg, so he'll be a good acquisition for him.
And that's a very good mark taken by Brendan Forbes. At the back of the pack, another lump of a lad. So, as you said earlier, Bob, some tall timber now recruited to the Hornets. Long down the line towards another one in Declan Bevan. Good fist away from the Sharks. That's beautifully rove there by Reece Toy onto that left foot. He's got a player he likes in the forward pocket. Nice spoil there by the Sharks. It's kicked by Jed Turner towards the goal square. Again, Southport defence working overtime, clearing the ball, but only as far as Mitch McKee, who takes the chest mark at left half forward for Aspley, looking to press home this advantage. He's going to have to really bomb this one after the siren just goes. He's going to have a crack at it. What do you reckon, Bob?
No, this might test him, I reckon. He's a nice left foot kick, but I think into that breeze might just hold up a little bit. But good spoil there from Hayden Keel. They were in strife there, and good work from the ex-Grogan medalist to punch that ball away.
Yeah, they've worked very well and hard to have the Southport defence. Now, he went for a left foot torp, and invariably, as they do after the siren, a little bit too much effort, it rolled along the ground. And so at quarter time, we have Aspley 3-2-20, Southport 2-4-16, a 4-point advantage to the Hornets at their home ground at Graham Road. This is NEAFL TV. Quarter time, and we'll be back very shortly with the second quarter. NEAFL TV with Michael Price and Bob Batty. Welcome back to Graham Road, Aspley, for this round one blockbuster on NEAFL TV. Aspley Hornets versus the Southport Sharks. And the home team holding sway at quarter time. Aspley 3-2-20, Southport 2-4-16. Your goal kickers, Jed Turner for Aspley's got a couple. Jackson Allen's got one. And for Southport, Tom Thine and Rob Clements have got one each. It's Michael Price calling your action with Bob Batty in special comments. And Bob, a good tight contest for the first quarter. What we'd expect in round one from these two?
Yeah, look, there's a real arm wrestle, hasn't it been? Southport seemed to get on top there for parts of the quarter, probably 10 or 15 minutes in. They had a good period of play, but they just didn't quite consolidate with their shots at goal. And one that was touched right on the line, Jack's missed a couple at Jack Anthony, missed a couple, and it's given Aspley a couple of forays forward, and Turner got on the end of one. And Jackson Allen, a nice goal too. So giving them advantage, but line ball, I think, at this stage, both teams.
Now, the wind favouring your right of screen, and Aspley will be kicking with that wind advantage in the second term as the umpire holds the ball aloft. And we'll get started for the second term as big Will Walbers gets his hand to the ball, but umpire calls it back, slightly off centre.
Just no real bounce there, isn't it, in that middle area? It's probably too grassy, but it'll wear down, I'm sure, over the year.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of rain in southeast Queensland over the last few weeks, as well as Aspley. Tried to extract the ball. Matthew Payne was held back. Now the ball stuck under Southport player. Tackled again. Trying to get the ball out. Thrown out, basically. Came out through the agency of Reece Toy. Now Aspley with Matt Little. Beautifully tackled there, and a great effort there from James Holland, who was all over him like that proverbial cheap suit, and James Holland will get the free kick right in front of the box there. Good hassling.
Certainly was. And nice kick too, up forward.
Good lead. It was honoured. That was Glenn Screech. And a good kick to centre half forward as well. And he finds his teammate.
I think it's Brad Wilson.
It is Brad Wilson. These numbers being changed all about have really sort of messed up my team sheet, Bob. Pardon me for the little gaps in play there.
We'll blame that slow boat from China where those jumpers are coming from.
Brad Wilson now. Little chipping pass. Sees Jack Anthony over the heads of a couple of players, and Anthony will take the mark directly in front, 35 metres. Well worked by the Sharks then. Yeah,
3 good kicks, wasn't it? You had certainly James Holland, his work rate was fantastic to win possession, win the free kick, and then Screech a good kick. And then Wilson, that was beautiful, chipping over the zone that they'd created there, Aspley, and Jack Anthony. Well, he's had 2 shots that have gone either side of the post. Can he split the middle with this one?
Kicking into what little wind is blowing at the minute. But I reckon you'd have to ride him down for this one. He's had his 2-siders. Leans back. Geez, I should be standing on the mark. He's barely registered a point there. One behind to Jack Anthony and one behind to the Southport Sharks. 17 plays 20. Now Gavin Gross, what will he do with this wind? He launches a bomb. Gee, that's almost to the wing. Big contest. Nellis did beautifully to actually butter up and sort of rove his own contest there. Got the handball away and did beautifully to Stevenson, who went across to Eddie Mallon. Now Southport taking the ball. It was Kerris who got the handball away. James Holland now taps it forward. It's going to end up inside forward 50 again. Anthony did beautifully against Hutchinson, but the ball escaped him. Gavin Gross took it over the boundary line. It'll be a throw in forward pocket.
Yeah, Jordan Kerris did very well there with one contested footy when Aspley looked as though they were going to get through with James Nellis. So good work, one of their recruits there, and doing very, very well. Boy from Footscray in the VFL.
So a throw in. Walbers gets it down for Aspley. It's now picked up by Gross. Looking to get the ball away. It hits the deck and towed through. Southport get another goal, and that's the kind of luck they need. The ball hit the deck, and it was just towed through, and we'll get the goal scorer there, Bob.
Yeah, I think it was young Sard. I think the boy...
He's just coming off now.
Yeah, I think it was Zach Sard, the little small forward from Romsey and Coburg.
There you go.
Got his toe to it and did very well.
That was exactly the kind of luck they needed, the Sharks. Get their goal and hit the front. 23 plays 20 with 3 minutes gone of the second term on NEAFL TV.
Yes, I like their on-ball brigade. They've got a lot of rotations through that midfield. A lot of new players that we don't know much about, but certainly they can play a bit of footy. And Kerris, Little Sard up forward, Wilson. They've all had impact early in this second quarter.
As the umpire puts it down, and again, Aspley looking to get rid of the ball. The umpire says that was a high shot on Jono Williams. Gets the handball now to Sainsbury. Lopes through the middle. Sees a lead he likes. Full-chested. Hits the target. It was just beautiful play from Eddie Sainsbury. And it'll be 35 metres out. James Nellis will take the shot at goal.
Yes, Evan Panozzo on James Nellis. He seemed to have plenty of space there. There wasn't much defensive pressure, and he ran into nice space, and beautiful delivery from Ed Sainsbury. And Nellis's confidence will be up. He's had a fairly good first quarter, not impacting the scoreboard, but here's his chance.
It's a deliberate approach. Leans back. Players like it. Goal umpire likes it. He registers his first goal of the day, James Nellis, and Aspley returns serve. And they hit the front by 3 points. 4-2-26 plays 3-5-23.
Yeah, good work, Ed Sainsbury. Good use of the footy. That's what they need to do around the packs. They're being outworked, I think, at the moment, the Aspley small midfielders. But that was good work from Sainsbury. A lot of experience and beautiful kick, and good finish from James Nellis. As I said, his confidence is up. And Panozzo will really have to watch him in the second quarter.
A 3-point advantage to Aspley with 5.5 gone in the second term on NEAFL TV. A beautiful day at Graham Road. 32 degrees for round one as the ball's getting battled for in the centre circle. The umpire will ball it up again. Stevenson for Southport. Battling away in there with Brendan Forbes from Aspley. Forbes again in the ruck did well. Ball bounced into his hands. He kicks it towards half forward. Good bit of defence there from the Sharks again. Battling on manfully. Outnumbered there was McKenzie. Ball turned over. Then Payne delivers it. Good defence as well. A great spoil there from the Southport player in Panozza. Turned over again. And it is Matt Little with the ball. Only 20 metres out.
Yeah, no, poor turnover there from the Southport defence. It was a short kick that missed his target, and Little's got a chance here from only 15-20 out on about a 45-degree angle. Good scouting there from James Ives. It's good to see him, as we said, back playing, and a quick handball and great vision to put the ball in a dangerous spot.
So Matt Little leans back and one behind results. So doesn't pay for that turnover. Well, they don't pay for it, the Sharks. You'd think defensively bringing out to this side of the field would be the way to go.
Well, Benny's gone the other side and he's found Budrick.
Well, if you can find your man, then what's the commentator talking about? They still chip it around inside the defensive 50, Southport, just trying to, I think, really use their kicks and retain the ball in this second term, Bob. Yeah, good work. Darcy Trask, usually pretty reliable with his kick, and Tom Thine now finds himself with the footy. Big contest on the wing, and that was a great mark taken by Brendan Forbes, who's actually been paid a push out against him. I think it was one of the other players pushing Andrew Boston before the contest. Oh, there you go. That's the encyclopedic knowledge of Bob Batty. Extensive career with AFL Queensland and the AFL in general, as the Southport defence under pressure again. The attack, Jack Anthony dived in. Ball in dispute. Aspley now. The umpire's pulled a free kick out here. I think it will go to Southport. It could have been for incorrect disposal. Yes, it was. Mitch McKee threw the ball out the back. Missed the handball completely, and Dyson Budrick's got the ball again. Looked like a little flick pass. So Budrick, his second free kick in a couple of minutes. Aspley with all the numbers back inside their defensive 50. All forward of the centre circle. Bottling it up, so Budrick chips it forward. It's with Boston now. He's got Anthony leading. But they have clogged up that area beautifully of Aspley. It was the big fella in Thurlow chipping it around. And Budrick again tries to get the handball away. It was intercepted there. Again, McKee in. Payne long down the wing looking for Little. Just used his body beautifully to get rid of his man and then take the chest mark, did Little. Chips it inside, centre square. Cameron Stevenson plays on now. Gets around his opponent a little bit too easily. Kicks it long, and that's a great mark by Declan Bevan right in the goal square. And it was just that little jinking move from Matt Little that set that up on the wing, methinks.
Yes, yeah, good use of the body and outpointed Tommy Time there to get that ball forward. And good work from Cameron Stevenson. He backed himself to get around and kicked it long. And Declan Bevan, who's been a feature up forward so far for Aspley, has kicked his first.
Makes no mistake from point blank range. And Aspley get a little bit of a break on the Sharks, using that win to advantage. 5-3-33 in Southport, 3-5-23. 10 points they lead by with 9.5 gone to the second term. Yeah,
just good use of the footy. That's been the key for Aspley in the second quarter. They've hit their targets going forward, had good leading players, and that was good work there from, as you said, Little and also Stevenson to find big Declan Bevan. And I'm sure that'll settle his nerves a bit back in the big league after heading to Wilston Grange last year. I think he played.
And I think that work from Cameron Stevenson over the Southport opponent, I think he might get a little bit of a word in to be a little bit tighter on the mark there.
Yeah, certainly. Good chase though from Dyson Budrick. I don't think he was his opponent at the time and nearly got him. He showed some real speed there to nearly run him down.
I think we've lost a footy here.
Must be over in the bowling rink. They might have drawn to the jack as we try and get the boundaries to bring the ball in.
There we go.
There we go.
We've got the spare. As it comes onto the field, as I say, it's a beautiful 32-degree day here in southeast Queensland. The ground couldn't have presented any better. Nice that we've got the shade over on this side of the ground, though.
Yeah, some new coaches' boxes this year, and a bit of scaffolding up the top for the cameraman. Doing a great job there, Mike. And NEAFL TV is really looking forward to a big year ahead.
I've got some great games coming up in Queensland and New South Wales and in the Northern Territory as well. And a lot of exposure with NITV on Foxtel with the NT Thunder game. So just keep an eye out for all of the NEAFL TV action as Southport go into attack via Mackenzie. Big pack of players and the ball hits the deck. Now Aspley trying to move it. Budrick will cop another free kick. No, but he chips it forward. Now Anthony versus Hutchinson and running into some space. Screech towed off the ground there though. And one behind results.
Yeah, I think it was Saad, number 37. He's very quick, isn't he? As soon as the ball hits the ground.
He has got some toe. And speaking of quick, kicking the ball back in, Aspley wanted to move that very quickly as Hayden Keel gets taken into the ground at centre-half back. And it's an Aspley player down in the background.
Gavin Gross, I think.
Gavin Gross copped a big one there. Slow to get up. Another rock contest won by Fraser Thurlow. And the high contact there. Budrick plays on. Burge kicks it long to the forward pocket. Screech, can he control it? Gets a handle on it. Sloppy handball, comes back to him. Now it's to Mackenzie. Mackenzie looking for that pass that was just not delivered as he would have hoped. Turned over. Aspley turned it over though. Comedy of errors at the moment. A lot of pressure from both sides inside the forward 50 for Southport, and the umpire will come and claim the ball and ball it up.
Yes, good forward pressure there from both Andrew Boston and Zach Saad and Budrick. They're keeping that ball in the forward line.
They certainly are. Budrick showing some pace as well. That was nicely done by Ryan Holman. Lost the ball though. We've got Franks now picking it up. The right foot. Oh, nicely shepherded through from Jack Anthony. Was it touched? It was touched. One behind results. He did some good work there, Jack Anthony, to allow that ball to bounce through freely.
Yeah, it was that go-go gadget arm of Michael Hutchinson that got a fingernail on it, I think, that stopped that from being a goal.
He's got an incredible reach, hasn't he? Big contest here on the wing. Fraser Thurlow did well. Will Walbers tried to rob the boundary umpire, but we'll have a throw in just on the between half forward and wing for Southport. Trailing by the 8 points. They've had more scoring shots, Bob, but so as you say, wasted a couple of opportunities.
Oh.
That was Ericsson, missed the target. Mitch McKee now has it. Chips it towards Little. Little's got a couple of runners, including Joey Day. And a big lead coming there from Jed Turner. Bounces away from him. Good defence. Southport again under a lot of pressure, and umpire is going to say, I thought he was going to call that deliberate for a moment there, but he's calling it a throw in the left forward pocket.
Yeah, he would have been a bit stiff there, Nick Crowley. Did well to use his body and get the ball out of bounds, and good decision by the umpire.
Stevenson double hands it down. There's been high contact made here, and it will go to the Sharks, so they'll be able to clear. James Holland has the ball out. He's got another lead coming.
Lachlan Ritchie, is it?
It's Ritchie.
Good work from Boston again. He's starting to really work hard in this second quarter.
Oh, that's a pretty awful turnover there from Ritchie. Now McKee looking for targets. Decides to go inboard to the centre of the ground and finds Matthew Argus. Matthew Argus takes it all the way to the other side of the ground. Jordan Burke, it bounces favourably. Gets a nice little shepherd from Little. Kicks it to half forward, and it's a good mark.
Payne.
Matty Payne having a rest down at left half forward by the looks of things. Not as prolific with his gathering of possessions as he usually is. And it's a pretty average kick in the end. Out of bounds on the full. Southport will have the free kick in the right back pocket.
Looks like Brad Wilson with the football.
So Wilson looking for some options, kicks it long towards a wing. He kicks it to an outnumbered situation for his teammate, and Burge did beautifully to beat a couple, towed it forward. Still got there Hutchinson, and well done to Burge as Southport get the ball through Franks, long inside 50. It's a one-on-one. Jack Anthony, will it bounce for him? It did, but just out of his hands, and Hutchinson did beautifully. It was a good contest, but just an unfavourable bounce for Jack Anthony as Hutchinson clears the ball and the Hornets are away.
Yeah, Matt, good work there from Hutchie, and good mark there from Matt Argus. But yeah, as you say, it was just those gadget arms that helped him out again.
He's got that sort of Stephen Silvani thing going, where it is, he's just all over you. As Aspley bringing the ball down through the outer side, Reece Toy got a high contact as he got rid of the ball, much to the chagrin of the Southport bench beside us. Getting a little frustrated with a couple of things going on here. You can understand because they're really putting in the hard yards. Just a couple little turnovers, a few little mistakes. Speaking of turnovers, Aspley turned it over there, and that was Boston who read it nicely. Nice kick towards Franks. Franks couldn't handle the ball. Toy, chased down. Could have been pinged for holding or for an incorrect disposal. Argus kicks it long inside 50. Crowley clears the pack. Ball bounces at the back. It was Ritchie who cleared it. Now Aspley trying to centre the ball. Big contest coming up. There's a lot of errors coming in, but there's a lot of pressure as well as it goes long inside 50. And that was a fortunate kick. It was taken by James Nellis. That was fortunate as he was being dragged down. It just shortened up the kick a bit and it fell into Nellis's arms.
Yeah, no, certainly so. You've got to play in front. And as I said, his confidence is up. He's playing with a lot of confidence. And the ball dropped a bit short. It was a good tackle. I think it was Jason Burge that put the tackle on as he was kicking forward, and got to play in front. It's half the battle, and he'll go back and put through his second, I think.
So Nellis, he'll let it go from about 20 metres. Should not miss this. Ooh, made the goal umpire do a little bit of work, but he knocked it over. So Aspley's sixth goal and James Nellis's second. So 6-3-39 plays 3-7-25 here with nearly 18 gone in the second term.
Yeah, look, they've just been a little bit, their forward structure has worked a little bit better than Southport's at the moment. Inside 50s are probably favouring the Southport Sharks, but their use of the ball forward hasn't quite been there. And Aspley have been, when they've got the ball forward, have got a little bit more space and some easier shots at goal. So that's probably been the difference so far, forward structure so far. Aspley just got their nose in front.
As Gavin Gross comes back onto the field after getting a bit of attention after that heavy knock. And it's a 14-point margin in favour of Aspley Hornets here at Graham Road. Nice crowd in at the Graham Road Ground 2 to celebrate round 1. NEAFL TV. Beautiful day in southeast Queensland, as we say. That wind not providing too many issues.
Oops.
probably a 3 out of 10, that bounce there, Bob.
Oh, no, 1 I would have thought.
That's a 1.
Just landed in the circle and that was it.
Yeah. The throw up instead. Good bit of ruck work there from Stevenson from Southport. Ball hits the deck. Brendan Forbes for Aspley. Tries to get it away. Again, some good hard work in there from the Southport midfield. Really putting the brakes on a couple of Aspley's prime movers. And that was Jared Drew for the Sharks. Stevenson again gets the ball down. Ritchie in close quarters. Aspley using the hands very, very well as it's a long kick inside 50 for them. Coming out, Nellis, meets it. Didn't think he was going to get there, but he's in the very difficult pocket. He wants to centre that ball. See it come back. He's put it to the left and it's come back into the goal square. Good contest there. Southport defence are up to it and they will move the ball. That's a very, very untidy kick, trying to clear the ball. Nellis did well for Aspley to keep them in the contest. Sharks desperately trying to clear this ball out of defence, but being desperate to clear it and doing it effectively are two different things. Jordan Burke now for Aspley. He turns the ball over. Now getting the handball away. Just making those untidy decisions. The ball stayed in. Now over the boundary line. Just making some of those untidy decisions under pressure, Bob, the Southport Sharks, and Aspley really putting them under that pressure.
Yeah, look, some of the handballs are missing from, and they've just been too close range. They've got to get a bit more width with those handballs. Stevenson in the ruck doing a good job for Southport. He's got a little bit of toe too for a big fella. So, yeah, been a good quarter from him. But look, Aspley have just been a little bit cleaner, haven't they? So that's been the difference so far. But work rate-wise, Southport right in it.
So Forbes. Okay, he's called that a free kick against Forbes for shepherding Stevenson out. Stevenson will take the free kick. He's got a leader in the middle. That's James Holland. Finds him. Holland wheels around. That was a pretty ordinary looking kick. Argus leads the charge for Aspley. Good bit of pace shown by both players and the ball out of bounds on the outer side on the wing.
Yeah, he got a big job there, Argus. He's got both Clements and also Sard, who are very, very quick. So he's got to put his skates on and work pretty hard. So good work there from Matty Argus.
Forbes double hands it down. Southport now inside the 50. Jack Anthony wrestles with Hutchinson, gets rid of him. Now the ball spills. They've got the numbers here, Southport. Anthony on the left shoe goes wide. Could have given the handball out. And it was out of bounds on the full, Southport.
Yeah, wasting opportunities again, Jack. I reckon he's kicked 4 points now. As bang, here comes Gross. Kicks it to the wing again.
I've called it out in the full and, geez, it looked like it was. But 4 points, you did right, Bob, for Jack Anthony. Ball spills to Mitch McKee. Aspley keeping the ball in and they're going to promote it by hand. Declan Bevan has the bounce in front of us here. He's got runners in Little. Little puts his skates on, has a bounce. It just comes back to him, gets to the 50-metre arc, and that's a mongrel out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, good movement of the ball from Aspley. They're quick hands and looking dangerous. They go forward. Terrible kick there from Little. Probably when the ball didn't come back to him, he lost a bit of confidence with the kick and rushed it a little bit. But good mark there from Franks, moving back in defence.
Isaac Franks in the back pocket for the Sharks. That kick's not going to affect it. Well, right on the line. And that's called out of bounds on the full. Right in front of the NEAFL TV commentary box. Jack Stanley misses his target in Gavin Gross. Fraser Thurlow puts the good pressure on to keep the contest alive for the Sharks. Could have been a free kick there to, was it Ritchie?
Clements, I
Clements.
think.
I've got those two, 28 and 38 mixed up. So Clements.
Good pressure there from Fraser Thurlow. It looked like Gross had going to easy get that ball out, but good work from the big fella.
Stevenson again showing his dexterity. Hits the deck and then slaps the ball forward. Now that could have been a free kick there against Daniel Henderson for Aspley. The Southport player underneath all of that.
Andrew Boston, yeah, he's had a good quarter, Andrew Boston. He's starting to get his hand on it.
He's put in his debut for the Sharks. That's a good bit of close in quarters work there. And again, the ball stuck under several players, and we'll do it all again right in the middle of the ground. That wind's picked up again, just favouring the Aspley end, which is the right of screen.
Yeah, late in the quarter, 23 minutes in, they're starting to feel the pinch a bit, both sides, and the on-ballers, as they go forward, Southport.
Nice kick in there. But Aspley's defence have got this in control with Gavin Gross. Eddie Sansbury just lopes out to half-back. Oh, takes the mark, gets tunnelled. He doesn't like it, Eddie Sansbury. He gets up and remonstrates there. Southport player Mackenzie, I don't think there was any malice in it, but I just think he misjudged that one.
No, I think it was a bit more unfortunate than anything else. I don't think he intentionally did that.
Yep. But it's round one. It's a hot day. Screech gets involved there with Joey Day.
Bit of jumper pushing.
A little bit of that. Now it's going to get a little bit uglier as Screech and Day. And
just the umpires have got to let the ball go.
We've got Jono Williams. Where is? And the ball is gone. We'll follow the footy.
Yeah, forget about the other stuff.
Thurlow and Jordan Burke, it's still going on back there. You keep an eye on that for me, Bob, and see what TV Ringside's got for us as Eddie Sansbury has the ball at half forward. He kicks it inside 50. Oh, good contest, good lead, and a great set of mitts there. Is that Will Walbers?
Yes, it is.
As it breaks up behind the player. Just a little bit of heat in the contest there. Will Walbers, that was a very good mark. Sometimes you just got to laugh at some of the comments from the sideline. As Will Walbers, the former Southport player.
This will test him. He's 40 out.
Might have the benefit of that wind.
He certainly will, just behind him. But yeah, just it's going to test him. It's one part of his game he's really had to work hard on.
Still got a bit of a hold up here. I think there's been some reports. It could be a 50-metre penalty coming here.
Oh yes, it looks like it. Umpire number 5's given a 50 from back here.
So we'll find out at half-time if we can those reports. It has gone. The 50-metre penalty has gone to Aspley, and that will benefit Will Walbers.
Yeah, I don't think it'll test him now.
As he comes down into the goal square and taps it over the goal umpire's hat for another goal to Aspley. His first and their 7th. 26 minutes gone in the second term. And 7-3-45 plays 3-8-26. They're putting a bit of brake on the Southport Sharks, just probably showing a bit of their frustration at not being able to complete some of their tasks there, Bob.
I think you're right, Michael. I think they've had plenty of the footy. They've probably, despite being 19 points behind, they probably haven't got the stats in front of us now, but they won't be far away with regard to the possessions. It's just been the use of the footy, and I think they're just getting a little bit frustrated. They need to take stock and hold up Aspley in this late in the second quarter and regroup at half-time.
That's right. Get some of those turnovers changed around, and they should be laughing. Their intent is there. The umpire not having a successful day with the bounce of the ball in the middle of the ground. So we'll throw it up.
They're all struggling with it, aren't they? It's obviously too grassy and I don't know, they just can't get it off the ground.
Early in the season, we'll give them round 1 blues. That's fine and dandy. As Aspley move the ball, Matthew Payne, Sansbury with the outside of the right shoe. Reece Toy drops probably what he should have taken on the outer wing. He butters up though, chips it into the middle, and it's back to Sansbury.
Just got to be careful here, Southport. They can't afford to let that gap get any wider from 19 points that it is at the moment. They've got to defend stoutly here.
It was a good lead from Little. It was honoured by Sansbury with a good kick. So on the outer wing, now they're just trying to retain the ball. Now they know it's late in the quarter. Matty Payne has the ball for Aspley. He's got plenty of options, both laterally and forward. So Payne goes long, left half forward. Good lead. Well played there by Eddie Mallon, another former Southport player. Wheels back in too easily for mine on the right foot inside 50. Numbers here, Little at the back. Also, Headland, the captain, sees it over for Southport. Throw in at right forward pocket for Aspley.
Yeah, just need a bit of a lift from the captain, Benny Headland. Been very quiet in this first half and made a couple of errors by foot. So I'm sure he'll take stock at half-time and work hard back into this contest.
Now Stevenson got the ball away through hands. It gets to Hayden Keel. He's just waiting for somebody to move for him. He kicks dangerously to centre half back, and it's intercepted there by Aspley's Ryan Holman. Now he finds Matty Payne from 50. He lets go. and it's right of the goalpost and one behind results. So 7-4-46. Now 20 points the margin. Aspley in front of Southport 3-8-26.
Yeah, just their use out of the back line. They've probably done it 4 or 5 times this quarter where they've missed their targets and tried to be a little bit too precise. Just got to get the ball in the foot and get it moving their way.
Ball moves forward there. Now it's with Keris. Jordan Keris just urging his teammates to make some kind of movement for him. He comes out towards the commentary box. There's Frankson at the back. Clements couldn't take the mark. Through hands again with Franks. Back to Keris. Keris to Butterick. Butterick gets around Mitch McKee. The left foot. Long towards the ruckman and Stevenson. Stevenson did well to tap it forward and does well to back up and get the ball off the deck. Now it's to Keris again, been involved 3 times in this movement. To Sard. Sard tries to find Anthony and goes left. Over the top of Anthony, one behind results. Again, another build-up that could have been so much more for Southport, Bob.
Yeah, great desperation there from Matthew Payne. Like he's winged the ball and attack in the midfield, and then he's doing the hard yards back there that probably stopped Sard from finding Jack Anthony then, and they needed a goal and they got a point, unfortunately, for the Sharks.
Daniel Henderson with the ball at half-back. Back to Jordan Burke. Just looking to move the ball laterally. This is dangerous. Fraser Thurlow over the top of Forbes. Punched the ball. Forbes did well to back up. It's intercepted now with Anthony. Anthony, can he get the tackle back? With Clements. Dribbles it forward. It was half smothered. Argus. The handball over. Aspley will clear. Over the head of Declan Bevan, though. Another chance for the Sharks. No, it's over the boundary line next to the interchange gates in front of the NEAFL TV commentary box. A throw in.
Yeah, look, they're just messing up. The forward structure's just not quite working at the moment, Southport, and they need to reorganise that at half-time. There's a free kick there to Boston.
It's a very good call there, Bob Batty. So Andrew Boston, the former Gold Coast Suns player, now playing with the Southport Sharks. Very serviceable in his first half of NEAFL football. Gets the ball away. It's over to Jason Burge on the far wing. Has a bounce. Looking for Butterick, showing pace. Nice fist in there from Daniel Henderson for Aspley. The ball hits the deck though. Inside 50 for Southport. High tackle ignored by the umpire, and that'll do us for a half of football. And Aspley have taken advantage of that wind and some inaccuracy from the Southport Sharks in the first half. Aspley 7-4-46 leads Southport 3-9-27 at half-time here at Graham Road. We'll take a break. It is half-time, and we'll be back shortly to have a look at that first half and preview the second half here on NEAFL TV. And welcome back to Graham Road, Aspley here in southeast Queensland. 32-degree day, and it is half time. Aspley Hornets, the home team, 7-4-46, leading Southport Sharks 3-9-27. 19 points of the margin. Southport wasting a few opportunities, Aspley taking theirs. It's Michael Price calling the action with a legend of Queensland football, Bob Batty, with the special comments. And Bob, you've got a few stats there that would indicate that Southport are really putting in the big ones, but just not, I suppose, converting their chances.
Yeah, certainly. They've had nearly as much of the footy. They've probably only had a dozen less possessions. And Aspley, Matty Payne's obviously the leading possession getter on the ground with 17. Sainsbury's been good. They've had other good players in Joey Day, Jed Turner up forward, and James Nellis has been probably the difference so far. And Turner and Nellis, 4 goals between them. Jack Anthony's been the sole sort of go-to for Southport, and unfortunately he's kicked 4 points. So, look, that's been the story of the day so far. John Williams has got a bit of the footy. Michael Hutchison's been good on Jack Anthony. And for Southport, certainly Andrew Boston's second quarter very good. He's won plenty of the footy. Dyson Budrick was up there. James Holland, Jordan Kerris, Hayden Keels tried hard. Brad Wilson's tried hard. They need another target up forward. Maybe Fraser Thurlow could be the answer if move forward with the breeze in this third quarter to get Southport back into the game. They're behind at the moment, but not out of it.
Yeah, exactly right. They've had one more scoring shot. As we say, those chances, had they been taken, and a contentious decision against them goal-wise when the goal umpire was unsighted as well. But look, we're looking forward to seeing them in this third term turn that around. They've got the advantage of the wind kicking right to the right of screen, and you can hear the wind in the microphone as well. Southport kicking with that. They've got to take advantage of that, and they're being a bit cleaner with their possessions as well, Bob.
Yeah, look, they've been desperate. They've worked hard ground level. They've just haven't used their skills to advantage with by both hand and foot. Notice there are scores around the ground. I think Redland have... it's either a finish of the game up there. They're 10 points in front. It's a final score 11-18 to 11-8 over Canberra Demons. So good start there for the Redland Bombers.
And here we are, the third term here at Graham Road. Southport versus Aspley, Stevenson versus Forbes. Forbes got the hit out, Matty Payne nicely pressured there. And the ball with Southport as they kick it towards the outer side. Bouncing along the outer side there. Sard couldn't get the ball away. He's back in there battling for it though. Good tackle there. Ball stuck underneath his Aspley opponent, and we will get a ball up on the outer wing.
Another good clearance there from Jordan Kerris. He's been good for them in his first game for the club, and he's certainly one that has worked hard around the packs.
Shows a fair bit of pace too, does Kerris. Nice bit of work around the outer side there too. Now Southport looking to be clean with their possessions. It's going to come out here to the captain in Ben Headland. Quiet in the first half. Now that's a speculating kick. He's putting it in between Aspley and his teammate there in Franks. Franks did well against Argus, and just injecting himself there. Jason Burge did well. Basically made the umpire give him that free kick by injecting himself as he did.
Yeah, look, they need a lift from Burgee. He's him and Headland, the two players that have just touched the footy, have been down in this first half. They got the experience to really have a good second half here for Southport.
Burge looks for Jack Anthony, who made the lead. Spoil away from him, from Hutchinson over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in at right half forward for the Southport Sharks. Minute 20 played in the third term. They're behind by 19 points.
I see they have moved Fraser Thurlow deep forward and on Gavin Gray, so he's doing the ruck work here, but he needs to be a target for Southport in this third quarter.
Shuffling the ball out there was Kerris. Went to Burge, kicks it inside to Jack Anthony. He just controls it with the right hand and then stabs it through from 20 metres. Now Jack Anthony, will that lift his confidence? His first goal, and Southport getting that very important early goal in the third term.
Yeah, well, as mentioned, he had the 4 shots at goal and wasn't far away with all of them, but unfortunately the wrong side of the stick, and he wanted to make sure of that one. He got his sights up and made sure he drilled that one through, and that's the lifter that they're going to need. That's put them back within a couple of kicks, and they looked very, very good at ground level. And Jason Burge already with a couple of possessions. Just
with the intent there. Noticed Andrew Boston in the middle for Southport, as well as Jared Drew. In the ruck, Brendan Forbes for Aspley and Joel Stevenson, who got up high. I'll give that one to Forbes, but Boston Picks it up for Southport. The outside of the right foot towards the outer wing. Payne leads in the chase. Got down there nicely. The Southport player in Sard. Ball stuck underneath there. The umpire has to ball it up on the outer wing. Stuck underneath a couple of players.
Good intent there from Boston and also from Zach Sard. So they really come out with a bit of intent.
Good leap from Stevenson to get the ball away as well. Southport again showing a little bit more early in this third term. The ball comes out to Ben Headland. Couldn't control it. Jackson Allen picks it up. Got tackled. Ball got jolted out. Now coming around to Jed Turner. He's going to have a crack from a long way out from 50. Nice bit of defensive work and a free kick paid as well against Eddie Mallon. And that's some good work there from Evan Penoza.
Yeah, he's another one of their more experienced players that needs to lift as he kicks down towards Headland. Headland does well to get a fist on it.
Absolutely, and the ball still sticking there with McKenzie. Handball over the top now. Franks chips it into the middle. Ball with Ericsson. Ericsson switches play now. It's down the outer side with Kerris. Kerris long towards the wing. Good bit of play there by Jackson Allen to bring it down for Aspley. Payne goes left, right. Good hassling from the Southport defence. So Payne almost turns the ball over. Mitch McKee goes in low, takes the knees out. That's the new ruling. Some desperate play. But the knees, below the knees I should say, taking the legs out. And Southport with the free kick. They're moving it forward now. Trask, chipping ball, not too well directed. And it's taken by Matty Payne again. Just continually racking up the possessions, does Matty Payne, doesn't he?
Yeah, he certainly does. Just reads the play well, gets in the holes, and yeah, he's got great. He just knows where the ball's going to be.
And he's normally there. And it comes down to Stevenson. He shows big toe for a ruckman, but it's a scrubby kick back to Matty Payne. He chips the ball to centre half back. Cameron Stevenson has the ball. He's got numbers everywhere for Aspley. Comes out to left half back. Now they're going to move it through Jordan Burke. He chips it forward to Little. Little's got Sansbury over the top. He honours that lead. Little chipping ball. Had to wait for it, did Sansbury. He's got Reece Toy running for him. And he finds him with another chipping pass. Just inside forward 50. Left half forward for Aspley. That's trying to get the short pass through to Declan Bev, and it was an errant kick. Good work from the Southport defence. Desperation, holding the ball underneath. The umpire hugs himself and said, we'll ball it up again in the left forward pocket.
Yeah, just a poor kick there from Reece Toy. Just need to kick through it to give Bevan a chance to take the grab. But, yeah, Southport just need to watch the rebound there with Matty Payne setting them up.
Working hard in there, Ericsson. Ball stuck underneath. Little trying to get it out for the Hornets. Goes over the boundary line. We'll have another throw in the left forward pocket. Played about nearly 6 minutes of this third term. Southport starting well. Aspley still in the lead by 13 points. Even the throw-in holds up in the breeze. Boston puts himself in hard. Gets the ball now. That's a bit of a risky kick to centre half back. It's going to end up with Jordan Burke. He lobs one into the goal square from the 50-metre arc. Mitch McKee gets it, wheels around on the left and snaps a beauty. Nice bit of ground level work from Mitch McKee. Gets his first goal for the Hornets and they extend their lead.
Yeah, been a good play for them. He's only had little bit parts throughout the game, but what I've liked about him is he reads the play well. Really crumb front and centre there, and beautiful left foot snap. And that's the answering one that Aspley really needed. Southport had come out with all guns blazing early, but they're back to where they started at half time. So that's a good answering goal for Aspley, and Matty Payne again involved, and Little was looked dangerous up forward. So really got to work hard, that Southport defence.
52 plays 33 here at Graham Road in the third term. Bodies going in hard. A couple of Southport players still on the deck. Umpire is being looked at by the players. He just says play on. Ball stuck underneath Will Walbers, and a good effort there from the Southport player. And Brad Wilson was wearing number 4, now wearing number 25. You think I would have crossed out number 4?
Yeah, McKenzie and Trash there had a clash of legs that won't do them much good as Jack Anthony goes up and what a fantastic grab that was.
Just used his body well. That's the value of having the ball move in quickly and giving him a one-on-one against Michael Hutchinson there. If he's got the right spot, he has got the strength to hold him off.
Yeah, look, he could be the game breaker in this third quarter for Southport, but they do need another target to put the hand up and kick goals as well. Can't just rely on Jack, but that was great work, great use of the body, strong hands, and look, he's confident to be back up after that last goal, and normally you'd back him from there.
Well, let's see if he can get his second. He's going to let go from about 45. He leans back. Goal umpire doesn't move, and Jack Anthony has kicked 2 in this opening part of the third term, getting the Southport Sharks back on track. 8-4-52, plays 5-9-39. It's a 13-point ball game with 8 minutes gone.
Yeah, look, more direct play, as you said. I think it was Hayden Keel that got it in and got it in quick. And that's what you got to do. It's all about getting the ball moving and getting it in quick. And Jack Anthony, good use of the body, good finish. He's kicked. He's probably been one of the key possession getters for Southport after Andrew Boston. And now he's getting the rewards as well with straight kicking.
Another important ruck contest in the middle. Will Walbers in for Aspley and Fraser Thurlow for Southport. I'll give that one to Thurlow. Got the ball down and the Sharks back to Hayden Keel. Thurlow gets the handball back. They're going to be moving it forward to half forward. Unfortunately, read for the Southport Sharks well by Argus. Then he spills it. Now the ball is free. Matthew Payne puts himself in. The handball through it. Here's Hayden Keel running in 5 metres away, and Southport get another one. Now we've got a game, Bob Batty. 7 points the margin. 6 goals to Southport, and another one to the Sharks will make it very, very interesting with 9 minutes gone in the third term.
Yeah, look, good play, better use of hands, and obviously a bit more width with the handball. The bloke's running into space, and Zach Saar did well there. Hayden Keel was on this wing, jostling with his opponent, Cameron Stevenson, at the bounce, and really worked hard to get down and be on the end of some good handball and a good finish. And look, I think they've got a taste for it now. I think they're winning the contested footy, and they could really show a clean pair of heels here in this third quarter. They're getting their confidence back. Boston's winning plenty of the ball in the middle. Showing
some class, Andrew Boston. Some of the new inclusions for the Sharks really showing their colours at the minute as Thurlow battles it out against Walbers. Walbers butters up but gets tackled again. Towed off the ground there by Mallon. But again, coming through for Southport was Ericsson. Turning the ball over though now, Southport. Matt Payne to Little. To Joey Day. Joey Day sees something he likes coming up the wing as Jordan Burke. A beautifully weighted kick, and Burke takes the mark. Still got numbers forward. Southport with plenty of numbers back as well as Jordan Burke kicks it to the leader, Bevan. Good work there. Defensive work from Adam McKenzie. Slapped it forward. Boston had his kick smothered, but gets back in there and gets the ball. Little on top of him. Now the ball spills forward. Keris, who's having a very good third term, gets the ball away. Down the outer wing, though. Turned over again for Southport. Gross. He lets go of the ball. Good work there by Screech. Gets the handball away. Now the ball's with Thine. Thine inside 50. Got Jack Anthony. Oh, Jack Anthony! You've got to pay that umpire. That is a beauty. The ball spills and Trask runs in and should have kicked another goal for Southport. That was one that I could have kicked from there, Bob Batty. I don't know what's happened off the boot. But gee, where's Jack Anthony? That...
brilliant mark, running back with a flight and player underneath him, and took that one all the way to the ground. I would have paid it, but anyway, Trask had the chance, but they've got some momentum now. They're looking dangerous.
They have got the momentum, long kick, and that's a nice set of hands from Declan Bevan. Just getting a bit excited. Great leap from Jack Anthony there. As Aspley wheel away with the ball, Daniel Henderson, that's a very dangerous kick. Anthony now, the confidence is up, picks the ball up, shoots a handball away. He's got his teammate smothered though. Now Argus, he's taken without the ball. Umpire says no. Hutchinson no. Joey Day kicks it with the left foot. It's up a mile. Good fist there from Franks. The ball hits Matty Payne. He's tackled. Oh yeah, Southport's up. Payne handballs it away, and the umpire, they were all appealing for that deliberate out of bounds. And
now he's given it against them, I think, for abuse.
I think Keris has just said one too many words, and the ball will go back to a free kick. It was going to be a throw in. So Matty Payne will have the ball. Kicks it long. Thurlow, big pack, punches the ball away. That's a massive tackle from Mitch McKee. Couldn't even identify the Southport player who got belted, and that was Jared Drew, who wore that tackle manfully. Gives the ball back to the umpire in front of us here in the commentary box.
Yeah, they're winning contested possession, though, Southport, at the minute. They got their tails up.
So it's Mallon putting himself in. He's tackled there by Butterick. Had a good second term. And the ball again inside the square. Thurlow versus Forbes. Give it to Forbes, but it's taken there in kind by Wilson. Kicked forward. Argus for Aspley. He's got numbers everywhere. Chips it forward to John Williams. Williams now, the run of Joey Day, the co-captain of the Hornets, handballs it forward. Jordan Burke, the 1-2 with Day. Day on the left shoe. It's a wobbler inside 50. Beautifully read there by Darcy Trask. He's going to go the 1-2 with Crowley. Gets it back. Chips to the outer side. Left half back. Goes to Glenn Screech. Chipping forward. They are using the ball a little bit better by foot, Bob.
They are.
Found another target.
Looks like Richie right out there on that back flank.
Still a little bit stagnant right now. Wanting to move the ball back across to this side of the field. Screech.
Got Budrick in the middle.
Also got Ericsson. Then chips it down.
Just setting up the wall back here, though, Aspley. They've got to find a way through here.
With the movement being so slow, it's giving them plenty of time to sort of general the forces. And again, they force that turnover, the long kick, and Brendan Forbes takes the mark. Fraser Thurlow was engaged with Joey Day.
Yeah, a bit too obvious, that one, with the kick from Franks. You need to be a bit smarter with that. Just lower his eyes.
So Aspley, they've only got the 1-goal lead. They know they've got this wind in the final term. They're trying to hold up time, and they are doing it well. It'll come long down the line to left half forward. It's a good juggling effort there. Brendan Forbes takes the mark. Now it's going to go to the one-on-one inside 50. Good bit of defensive work there. Crowley comes in. Oh, it's intercepted there by Little. Gets the handball away to Payne, and Payne's not going to make any mistake from 25 metres out. Just that one little skill error, that little bit of a fumble from Crowley trying to get the handball away, and that extends the lead for Aspley back out to 2 goals.
Yeah, no, that's all they needed. All Matty Payne needs is one opportunity, and he won't miss from 20 metres out, and a nice snap. But yeah, good work, both from the forward there in Nellis with the tackle on Crowley, and Little getting the ball out. But just too much slow play there from Southport. I thought that when they got the ball through the midfield there with Buderick at centre-half back, they could have attacked right down the middle or gone further on that far side. But slow play, and Forbes took the mark, and that was the response that Johnny Blair was looking for the Aspley boys. They go back out to a 13-point lead.
And Matty Payne up to 21 disposals with the champion data stats.
And another one.
Make that 22. Ball inside 50 for Aspley now. Southport desperately holding on. Mellon puts himself in, spills the ball forward. Overrunning it was Nellis. Picked up by Kerris for Southport. Gets the handball away. It's going to come up to Andrew Boston. He again shoots the handball out. They're going to be promoting it down the guts, as they say. Handball through now. Crowley up from defence. Kicks it long inside 50. Anthony at the back will get his hands to it. And the ball bounces for James Holland, and he does a nice thing. Finishes it off for the Southport Sharks, and they're still in it, Bob. I'm still riding the Sharks home. 9-4-58, plays 7-10-52. It's a 1-goal game, 16 and a half minutes gone to the third term. On NEAFL TV, I hope you're enjoying all the action here from Graham Road. A beautiful day for round 1 of a great football game.
Yeah, look, it's opened up a lot more, hasn't it? They've moved the ball much faster, Southport. That would have been Nathan Bock's instructions at half-time. Get the ball in quicker and give Jack a chance, one out. And he certainly looked the goods up there in this third quarter. He's looked dangerous every time the ball's come in quickly. And that good reading of the play from the vice-captain this year, young Holland, James Holland, and Dutchie's got his first for the day.
A pretty serviceable game so far today as well. We're back in the middle of Graham Road. 1 goal the difference. Stevenson versus Forbes. Call it a draw as Payne overruns the ball. Kerris gets the handball away and gets belted, and the umpire will bring the ball back. Put himself in a very good game from him as far as his Southport Sharks debut goes for Kerris.
Oh, his third quarter's been brilliant. Got plenty of the footy, the boy from Footscray in the VFL.
Headland kicks it long towards the contest of Hutchinson and Anthony. Hutchinson wins this one. It's out to Sainsbury. Eddie Sainsbury kicks it up towards the outer wing. Eddie Mellon had the ball and dropped it. Umpire said didn't have it when he was tackled. Now they play on. Long inside 50. See this contest. It went over the head of both Turner and Crowley. Franks went towards the boundary line. The umpires called it deliberate. Well, it was in a straight line from Franks' hand to the boundary line.
Hard to really understand what he could do in that situation. The ball was running out of bounds. Maybe just let it bounce out would have been the answer. But Declan Bevan, he's a left footer, so he's probably in the right pocket for him.
He's already kicked a goal as Declan Bevan. And as you called it, Bob, he was on the right side for a left footer and puts it through for his second. So the tall timber of Aspley in Bevan, Turner and Nellis providing a couple of goals each. 10-4-64, 7-10-52. It's 2 goals the lead for Aspley with 19 gone in the third term.
Yeah, been a much better game in this third quarter, hasn't it? It's opened up. It's been quick movement of the footy. As you said, they've got 3 tall targets up there. Turner, Nellis, and also Bevan, and that's caused a few headaches for the Southport defence. But, good answer there from Aspley. They are holding on for grim life here in this third quarter as Southport really come hard and strong at them.
17 scoring shots to Southport against Aspley's 14. So that might tell you the story so far. It's another ordinary bounce from the umpires. I'll give them the excuse that it's very lush here at Graham Road, Aspley.
Well, they've been better so far in this third quarter, but that one, you'd want to take that one back again.
The throw up, Stevenson gets the tap out for Southport. Again, stuck under several players. There's been a free kick pulled out, some high contact of the Southport player in Jared Drew. He'll take the free kick right in the centre of the ground. Another opportunity for the Sharks to attack. Aspley with the numbers back immediately. Chipping forward. Butterick drops the chesty. Picks it back up though, long inside 50 over the back. It was Argus with the double fister, hands it forward. Jackson Allen tackled. Ball spills, Argus ducked his head. Goes to Keel on the boundary line, keeps it in cleverly. The handball over the top to Clements. Clements runs into trouble. Ball hits the deck. And it's stuck under several players. We'll have a ball up 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, I mentioned the width of their handball. Well, that one went about a foot, I reckon, to Jack Anthony. He was blocking to give Clements some space. And all of a sudden, he's handballed it to him. So, got to look widen their vision.
Forbes got the ball down. Now Franks. Oh, would have been a free kick against Declan Bevan. And it'll go to Adam McKenzie. Now McKenzie with plenty of numbers forward. Oh. He's actually putting him on a different angle. So McKenzie. Here's the lead from Anthony. Just a little bit of a chop of the arms from Hutchinson. No. Anthony. Ball spills to Joey Day and a nice smother there from the big fella in Joel Stevenson, who I reckon's had a fair dinkum crack today as well, Bob.
Yeah, look, he's getting better as the game has gone on, hasn't he? The big boy. He's certainly hasn't been in their best 2 or 3, but he's kept working hard, and I think he'll be a player for them, the ruckman from Kyneton.
Got the ball away, did Stevenson. Gavin Gross for Aspley. Oh, big fresh area and a big bump over the boundary line. And there'll be a throw in just in front of the scoreboard.
Yeah,
no, it's not. He's given a free kick on the full. There you go. So Southport will cop that free kick in the right forward pocket, right in front of the scoreboard.
Tough kick from there, Hayden Keel. He's had plenty of experience, so you wouldn't rule him out, but really tough kick from that change room pocket.
Oh, this would be a brilliant kick if he could slot this. Hayden Keel leans back. Doesn't worry the scoreboard at all. Out of bounds on the full, and it will be a free kick to Aspley in the back pocket. Gavin Gross is saying this ball's flat. The umpire says, no, not flat enough. You kick it. So Gross chips it forward over the head of Keel and Matty Payne. Crowley up from defence, handball forward. Payne now for Aspley, the left foot, and that's going to spray over the boundary line. Out of bounds on the full, right in front of the Aspley bench, and we'll have a Free kick to Southport. And it'll go to Isaac Franks.
Just got to be smarter with their ball use here, and even look for the chip backwards and then move it from the other side, I reckon. They've got the wall up, Aspley.
Payne awake to that lateral movement as well, just filled the gap. Over the back of the pack, Brendan Forbes. Good bump from Hayden Keel and then tackles him as well. Forbes a big man. Ball spills, Mitch McKee. Chips it forward over the head of Crowley. Mitch Little reads it nicely for Aspley. A little bit of control, taps it back there for Mallon. And it's over the boundary line again. A nice throw in from the boundary umpire will do.
23 minutes in. It's probably the biggest 6 or 7 minutes of the game here. It could turn on a sixpence here in the next 7 minutes. Let's see what Southport can do.
You really feel another couple of quick ones for Southport would, as you say, set the game on fire. Now he's trying desperately to get it out. Umpire's going to say not desperately enough. And the free kick against Brad Wilson for not disposing of the ball will go to the Aspley Hornets. And it'll go to John O'Williams. Hard for a player to get the ball out under those circumstances.
Yeah, very difficult. You just got to work and keep working. As Sainsbury's got the footy. Good chase from Dutchy Holland.
To Sainsbury inside 50. Big contest coming up. Nellis gets the ball punched away from him. Matty Payne intercepts the handball. Handball now to Mallon. Mallon from 45. Hits the goal square. Nice bit of defence. Little was the target for Aspley. And they will move it out. Adam McKenzie got the handball away. Long kick there from Trask. Left half back. Headland takes it over the boundary line.
Yeah, good work there from Isaac Frantz, who's had to push back in defence and got his hand there to punch the ball back down. Looked like a goal coming for Aspley then. So good work from the youngster.
That's the desperation they need. And a score with 24 and a half gone in the third term. Ball out the back. Payne, 45 out. Straight across the face, a goal. There'll be a throw in, though, in the left forward pocket for Aspley, and that's where they like the ball. They'll set up that big wall at half-back, as you say, Bob.
Aspley really need a lift from Toy and Holman. They've been very quiet today. Unusual for them. They're usually very good on-ballers for Aspley.
Forbes with the double-hander. Stuck under the pack. Will it come out? Umpire's having a good look. Balls it up. 30 metres out from the Aspley goal.
Yeah, Jackson Allen got a little bit more of the footy this quarter, starting to get his hand on the footy a bit and kicks the ball well.
So Little overruns the ball off the deck, hits the post, one behind. Didn't see it was a put. Didn't see who belonged to that foot there, Bob.
Might have been Nellis, but I'm only guessing.
So Aspley extend that lead. 10-5, 65 plays 7, 10-52. 25 and a half gone. Southport to the half-back line.
This could hurt him.
That could hurt him from Drew, who tried to break the tackle, and it's wide, one behind.
Eddie Mallon, I think it was, that had the running shot.
Eddie Mallon, 10-6, 66 to Aspley, now 7-10-52, so it's 14 points the margin.
The heat's going to have an effect in this last quarter. Both teams will be out on their feet, I'm sure, in this last quarter. So important few minutes here for Southport.
They've got the ball at half-back. They've got a little bit of movement coming across the ground. Thine was leading. Not a lot moving forward. Stevenson's down the outer wing with Jack Anthony in this contest. They both fly. Good fist from Hutchinson. The ball hits the deck. Anthony stuck under there. Could have copped a high one. He's being held. The umpire said the ball stuck under you. Hugs himself and we'll get a ball up on the outer wing.
Yeah, they've late in this quarter with this heat. Both teams will be looking for the Oranges, I think, and listening to the coaches who both would think at this stage that they've both got a winning chance.
Aspley now looking the better with Mallon. Back to Payne. Loops the handball back over to Mallon inside 50. Over to Stevenson now. Stevenson tries to get it back to Mallon, tried to do the circle work training drill. Not happening there with Southport defence getting involved, and there will be another ball up 20 metres out from their goal.
Yeah, just too much overuse there from Mallon. He had the 1-2 with Payne, should have had a ping at the goals and wasn't confident doing that.
Ooh, very contentious ruck contest. Could have been a high shot there on the Southport player underneath the pack there as well. So the players just getting tired towards the end of this third term. Bob, as you say, that heat's going to be a factor in the last term. It's starting to become a big factor late in this third term.
Certainly those recruits from down south will really know they've played a game of footy today up here in the heat.
Yes, welcome to April in Queensland. Is the ball with Eddie Sainsbury. Jordan Burke, the handball along to Jack Stanley. Little chipping pass, too cute for mine. Ends up with Trask. Southport need to move this. They've got numbers down the outer wing here. Well read, well weighted kick there. Clements, the handball now. Sard.
Nice kick.
Anthony to Hutchinson. Hutchinson gets 1 mitt there. And Anthony was adjudged to have just nudged him in the back, so Hutchinson gets the free kick, and it's the ball magnet and Matty Payne that receives it half back. The shepherd from Sainsbury. They're moving it along nicely, Aspley by foot. Declan Bevan between wing and half forward. Nice lead from Holman. Ball gets kicked towards him. Oh, he's met solidly. Screech just a little bit. Well, let's say the technique was a bit rough there from Glenn Screech, and we'll get a free kick there.
Yeah, look, Holman really wanted the footy just that little bit more, and probably got to the footy just before Screech could lay the tackle and dropped his knees a bit. A little bit too far after, and he's gone the handball to Jackson who'll get the distance.
He's got that distance, Bob. That's a great call. Well done. And the accuracy links up another very important goal for Aspley late in this third term, just to extend that lead and to undo a bit of Southport's good work in this third term. 72 plays 52. It's 20 points now after 29 minutes.
Yeah, well, look, they're back out to the same, or probably a point more than what the margin they had at halftime. So good answer there from Aspley. I mentioned the work of Jackson Allen this third quarter. His kicking has been a feature of his game, and certainly fairly quiet first half, but he's really come to the fore and kicked 2 nice goals in this quarter.
Yeah, Jackson Allen, very good recruit to the Hornets. Seen a few good recruits to either club in today's NEAFL round 1. As Aspley now bringing the ball out of the middle. Little overruns it, but keeps himself in the contest. Goes back and tries to get it. Loses the handle on it. Trask turned the ball over to Toy. Toy to Day under an enormous amount of pressure. Was well done there by Thine. Picked up by Thurlow. Back to Thine. Thine at half forward. Oh, that's a great effort there from Screech. Got to pay the mark and or the free kick.
And it's not beyond him from there either. He's should just about kick the distance from there. 51 out with the breeze behind him.
Well, if you remember the 2014 NEAFL Grand Final, that's where the winning goal was kicked. He's changed his mind halfway through the delivery stride, so to speak. A long bomb to the line. Gross got his hands to it. It'll go through from one behind.
Yeah, Thine's had a pretty good quarter for Southport. He's got on the end of a bit out in that far flank. Got a tough gig on Sainsbury, so it's been a good effort from Thine.
Yeah, Sainsbury's been methodical in his approach today. Inside 50, good contest there. Joey Day picks it up, read it well, over to Stevenson. Stevenson gets around back to Day. Day out here to Little. So it's Matt Little with the ball. He just holds it up. He knows there's 31 minutes gone in this term. And Aspley are content with a 19-point lead. Chips it back to Argus. Couldn't get the handle on it. Approached by Stevenson, so he gets it to Gross. Gross, long. Geez, he's a good kick of the ball as Gavin Gross. Gets it to Sainsbury on the outer side. Plays with him a bit, then chips it forward. It's well done to Walbers, and it's back to Sainsbury. Again, chips it forward. Nellis just did his man completely there and played on. And he played on, but the Southport player had encroached on the mark, so has been adjudged to be given a 50-metre penalty against him there.
Yeah, that's the new rule, I suppose. There's that 10-metre radius, but yeah, it's maybe a better idea might have been to go back and calling back around his mark. But yeah, he's been adjudged to go too close in within that 10-metre radius, and this is an important kick here from Nellis. It'll be his third for the day.
So James Nellis should be a soda from here. Leans back. Goal umpire does no work whatsoever, and Nellis gets his third, and that's a nail for Southport. 12-6, 78 makes it a 25-point ball game, 7-11-53. We played 32 minutes of the third term here on NEAFL TV.
Yeah, well, again, experience in defence, wasn't it? It was Joe Day, Gavin Gross, and then Sainsbury running the ball from that half-back line and moving the ball quickly. And Nellis has been a very good forward for them today. He's been probably their best forward. Turner's been thereabouts, and also, I suppose, the big boy in Declan Bevan. But 3 goals and a good performance there from James Nellis.
The dying stages of this third term. What can Southport muster up here with Aspley 25 points in front?
What's going on here?
We've got the spare balls getting thrown onto the field. That's a fair kick from Declan Bevan too, Dean, just quietly as a practice. So 25 points the margin. 33 minutes gone, third term. NEAFL TV, and it's Michael Price calling your action with the great footballing mind of Bob Batty sitting beside me. Many years service to Queensland football. Tell you what, sitting beside you, you know that Bob knows 2/3 of the people walking past. That's for sure. Hey, Bob. At 3/4 time, that'll do us there. 25 points the margin. Aspley 12-6-78. Southport 7-11-53. Both with the same amount of scoring shots. That quarter going for 33.5 minutes as well. So a few tired legs out there and a few tired voices here. We'll have a break and we'll be back with the final quarter of round 1 action at Graham Road, NEAFL TV. And we are back at Graham Road, Aspley in Queensland for round one of NEAFL action. Aspley Hornets versus Southport Sharks, and at three-quarter time, Aspley 12-6-78, 25-point leaders over Southport 7-11-53. They led by 4 points at the first change. They led by 19 points at the second change, and now 25 points, just increasing that lead slightly. And they're in a great position, Bob Batty, for this final term.
Yeah, look, they've certainly answered the challenge. Southport really come out all guns blazing early in the third quarter and looked very dangerous. Jack Anthony started to get his true boot kicking going, and they looked very dangerous, but they answered the challenge, and it was their experience. Blokes like Matty Payne, 29 possessions to three-quarter time, Sandsbury, Joey Day, players like that, Gavin Gross, they've really answered the challenge, steadied the ship, and set them up to probably run out victors in this game. But don't rule out Southport. I think they'll have one more kick left in them at the start of this final quarter.
As the umpire holds the ball aloft for the final term here of round one at Graham Road. Aspley kicking to the right of screen. That's the end favoured by the wind. As Southport get the clearance, the ball gets to Ben Headland, the captain of the Southport Sharks. He's tackled by James Ives. Good to see him back after a couple of years after a horrendous knee injury. Could have been a push in the back or a high contact, either or, and the free kick will go to Jordan Kerris, who's the leading possession winner for Southport, Bob.
Yeah, been impressive, this young fella, hasn't he? He's got the funny colour boots on, but certainly been impressive for Southport.
It's a well-weighted kick. Mark taken by Brad Wilson. He wheels around the right foot. Jack Anthony in front, and good set of hands. It's a very good kick. Spotted the lead, and Anthony takes the mark 40 metres out, more or less directly in front.
Yeah, good work from both Kerris and Wilson. Two good recruits for Southport. I think they'll have good years for them. And good usage, that's been the key. Hitting their targets. They've missed a lot of targets going forward. And Jack, that was a good mark under pressure. He's been a good contest with Michael Hutchinson, and here's a chance for his third.
2 goals for to Jack Anthony. Day could have been a little bit better, but it's been a great contest to watch between he and Michael Hutchinson. Anthony approaches. Lets it go. It's a beautiful straight kick. And Southport get the goal that they in the game needed to start this final term. Their 8th. 12-6-78 Aspley, 8-11-59 to Southport.
Yeah, well, that was the heart starter they need to get them going in this final quarter. That's 19 shots at goal to 18, so they've had more shots at goal, probably more inside 50s, but certainly Aspley have had a three-pronged forward line that capable of taking a mark and kicking goals, and Southport have had one, Jack Anthony, and a good effort from him to kick that one and give him another chance in this early in this final quarter.
Those more experienced, calmer heads of Aspley prevailing under some of those conditions as well. Again, the bounce of the ball will get called back from the umpires. In the ruck, Jed Turner for Aspley. Stevenson for Southport playing his first game for the club. Has been serviceable. Ball spills out. Gets promoted forward for the Hornets. That's Mallon. Well done from McKenzie. Loses the handle on the ball though. Mallon picks it back up. It's going to go inside 50. There will be a contest at Nellis. Ball bounces over the back. It's with Ritchie. Gets the ball away. Thine to the outer wing to Wilson. Under pressure, 2 against 1 against Wilson. Argus chips in and Mallon takes it at half forward for the Hornets. Tried to go the 1-2 with John O'Williams, but Southport clear the ball. It's with Rob Clements. Clements on the outer wing. You'll see those flags blowing towards the other end. Now Clements plays on. He wants to get around the big fella. Kicks it long to a contest. Jack Anthony has 2 to beat. Did well. Oh, very well slapped forward. Fraser Thurlow in position to Anthony. The ball gets hooked over there to Sard. Sard gets barreled. Ball loose. Aspley defence under all sorts of pressure. Ball hits the deck again. Can they clear it? They do. James Ives back to Gavin Gross. Gross the handball. Dangerous to Stevenson, who's tackled, gets rid of the ball, and it's towards the boundary line. And under the appeals from the box and the players, the umpire says that was deliberate, Bob.
Yes, it was a funny sort of handball there from Gavin Gross. Could have kicked it 60 metres if he put it on his boot, and he's gone for the 10-metre handball that put him right under the pump. And Jason Burge is clever enough to kick this. It's a tough kick, but certainly it's one that they really need. It'll give them a lift.
From the boundary line, 20 metres out. It starts right. It'll be kept inside play. Gross with the fist. Aspley via hands will chip the ball out to Declan Bevan over his head. He's going to keep a run at the ball. Good shepherd from Mitch McKee. Got rid of his opponent. Bevan picked it up. Shot the handball out to Stevenson. He's having a couple of bounces. Kicks it long inside 50. Nellis backtracking. Got the ball down to the big unit in Jed Turner. Great tackling there from Crowley. And incorrect disposal. So Southport breathe again. Crowley out to Hayden Keel. Inside defensive 50. Who's he got running for him? The big fella in Fraser Thurlow kicks it out to him. Good double grabber from Thurlow. Good contest. He plays on with no man on the mark. Kicks it to right half forward. Argus back with the timely fist. Clements, it bounces good for him. He just gets tackled by Argus. Barely got his foot to the ball. It was agonising, but it's a free kick to Aspley, and that will relieve the pressure from them. It was good movement from Southport then.
It certainly was, yeah. A bit stiff there, Clements, but at the same time, great second effort from Matty Argus in defence.
Sainsbury chips it to Stevenson, running for him Jordan Burke. Has a bounce immediately, 2 bounces within 10 metres. Then kicks it long to half forward. Well-weighted kick and a nice mark there. Taken by the big fella in
Forbes.
Brendan Forbes it is. In front of the scoreboard, was appealing for a little bit more after getting some close attention. But he'll just go back. He's where the 50-metre arc intersects the boundary line, so it's going to take a fair kick from there.
He is a thumping kick, and he's got to kick it into the heart of that bruise, but he's probably done it at training a number of times, and he wouldn't rule himself out from there, Forbesy.
Forbes from the impossible angle. That's a monster kick to the line. He's put that through. Oh, as you said, that's the last spot that they do before they go into the sheds from training, so they'd all have a ping from there. That's a ripping kick under the conditions from Brendan Forbes. Aspley's 13th goal, and that would be a stake to the heart of Southport, seeing that sail through from there after some of the opportunities they've missed.
Yeah, good movement of the footy out of defence. Jordan Burke was involved, Cameron Stevenson, and as you picked it there and as you said, great mark and an even better kick. That's a tough kick from that pocket into the sort of cross breeze, and he used it breeze to perfection there, and beautiful goal from Forbes. Been a good handy player for them throughout the day.
Just another big player they've got too, Aspley, a big-bodied player. So the Hornets extend that lead. Southport battling on manfully. Stevenson in his first game played well on debut. Sainsbury recovers the scrubbed ball forward, kicks it to Mallon. Mallon kicks it long inside 50. The big fly at the back, well played from Crowley in defence. Declan Bevan roves it, bounce, and hits the behind post on the full, which means it's out of bounds on the full, and we'll get a kick in from Southport defence.
Yeah, Mallon's been lively in the last quarter, really lifted for Aspley. He's probably had it 4 or 5 times in this last quarter, probably doubled his possessions for the day, so looks dangerous up there.
So we've got Evan Penosa with the ball, the new recruit to the Southport Sharks. Chips it forward to another recruit in Andrew Boston, serviceable in his first game as well.
Got to take some risks now, Southport, don't they? They could probably go back into their shell and just chip the ball around, but I'd love to see him, and I'm sure Nathan Bock would too, to really attack it this last 15, 20 minutes.
Big contest there. Jordan Burke over the top of Franks, promoted it forward. Ball with Adam McKenzie, tackled, ball stuck under him. Players appealing for free kicks everywhere. Close quarters. Joey Day just pokes it with the left foot. It floats through, literally floats through. It didn't spin at all, the ball, for one behind.
A few of the Southport boys slow to get up there, Crowley and Wilson.
Can understand it's been a hot day, over 32 degrees here. Now Southport opened up for them. Jared Drew Waits for Butterick to get the ball, picks it up, kicks it forward. Hutchinson in front of Jack Anthony. Wasn't the greatest kick in the world. Hutchinson wants to play on, but has to go back over his mark.
Yeah, Drew probably in the middle there had a bit more time and space, and his teammate should have told him to just get it and go when he took that mark in the. Would have set him up beautifully with Jack Anthony out the back.
Player on the wing is James Ives. Hutchinson tried to find him. Hayden Keel chimed in there, spoiled the ball. Got the ball back, kicks it long towards the lead of Anthony. Oh, good strong mark from Jack Anthony. 40 metres out, tight angle. He's kicked 3 goals for the game. Shown some good highlights too, including a mark of the day that never was.
Never got paid, exactly. But yeah, this is a tough kick. He has his confidence back up now, though. He's kicked very well in the second half. And Hayden Keel, take my hat off to him. He's really worked hard for Southport in this second half.
Jack Anthony taking his full time. Umpire gives him the hurry up. Very tight angle and a tough kick as well. Kicking against this breeze, more or less.
Good kick.
That's a great looking kick. Holds up in the breeze and it just takes it across the face at the end. One behind. So 3 goals, 5 for Jack Anthony for the day. Aspley moving it out. Reece Toy getting involved. Gets to Stevenson. Draws him in. Gets the handball to Burke. That's a bit of a helicopter towards Payne, who read it nicely. Over the back, Adam McKenzie. He picks it up. Payne tackles him. McKenzie still being hassled, and Payne still got the tap away. Nellis picks it up. Too big a hook towards the pocket. It'll bowl over the boundary line for a throw in, but you're never out of it when you're Matty Payne, are you?
Just unbelievable second efforts from Matty there. He looked as be down and out on his knees, and then he threw his body in to get that tap back to James Nellis. It just good. I suppose it shows the younger players at Aspley what you need to do to be a real good player.
Tight contest there. Southport defence coming away through Keris. Argus chimes in over the top of Franks. Ball over the boundary line. Another throw in on the outer side.
Just seem to have read the ball better in flight, haven't they, Aspley? I suppose they're home ground. They get to know these conditions, but 3 or 4 times now in this last quarter, they've just read the ball in flight much better.
Yep, home ground advantage definitely in play here at Graham Road, Aspley, that's for sure. Southport again, Keris would be still the leading possession winner for Southport as they bring the ball down the outer side. Good contest from Screech, actually got rid of a couple of players there. Barrelling through, push in the back. Will be Argus popping up with the free kick for Aspley. It was Glenn Screech.
Been one of their better defenders, hasn't he, Matty Argus? He's done a real good job. He's had his hands full all day and kept battling manfully.
He's had some pacey customers to deal with out the back. Stevenson has done well. Dodgy kick though, puts his teammate under pressure though. McKenzie, long to the outer wing, over the boundary line, too long in fact. Out of bounds on the full. Jono Williams will take the free kick for the Aspley Hornets, and they're leading by 25 points with 12 minutes gone to the final term.
Yeah, Sting little bit out of the game as we speak. It's must be hard for Southport now, 4 or 5 goals behind, kicking to the breeze.
Takes it out of him as well. Reading the ball again, Payne over the top, but the ball beats him over the boundary line. We'll get a throw in at the left forward pocket as the co-captain for the Aspley Hornets, Eddie Sainsbury, comes back onto the field. Influential is one word you can use for Sainsbury today. Just he motored along that half-back line and controlled things early. Butterick. Ball out to Keris. Keris is immediately jumped on. Ball spills. Bevan under pressure, snap across the face of goal and bounces over for another throw in right forward pocket.
Yeah, he's had 2 or 3 snaps now, Declan. I don't think he's bothered the scorers with any of them, but just got to get a bit more of a bead on where the goals are, but that will come. At least he's got his hand on the footy a bit today after coming back from Wilston Grange.
There's a lot of numbers inside the attacking 50 for Aspley. Umpires pulled the whistle here. There's been some high contact and it will go to Fraser Thurlow for Southport. Umpire will make him come back over the mark as well. Thurlow, chipping ball. Finds his teammate in Ritchie. Lockie Ritchie Handball over. Is that Budrick?
Yep. Nice
Chipping
kick.
down the line. Oh, well played there. Was Sard. Ball promoted forward. It's going to bounce for Anthony. Does he control it? Got to the 1 mid out. He's done well there to actually get his hands on the ball under heat from Hutchinson. Ball back to Screech. Handball now to Trask. Trask on the left foot. Just chips it towards the goal square. Here comes Boston. Oh, good contest. Jono Williams promoting that forward. Stuck under Daniel Henderson. Nothing doing. Umpire will ball it up 10 metres out, slight angle.
Yeah, good work from Jack Anthony. Was outnumbered 2-1 and got the ball back, and Screech's kick unfortunately just didn't quite hit the target.
Southport with another chance here. Sard shimmied and shook and got the ball away, but over the boundary line. Another throw in the left forward pocket. Nearly 15 minutes gone to the final term here at Graham Road, Aspley. Hope you've been enjoying the action here on NEAFL TV. Michael Price calling your action and Bob Batty with your special comments. Southport looking to add to the scoreboard. Chipping forward Wilson. Nice mark taken there. And it looks like James Holland.
Yep.
James Holland takes it 20 metres out. He's on a slight angle, should bang this through. He's shooting for his second goal, and he's been a reasonably good performer today, Bob.
Yeah, look, he's worked hard. Probably hasn't had the influence that he would have liked, but he's certainly worked hard. As I noticed, about 5 Aspley interchanges there all at once, so they're all getting pretty tired, and plenty of rotations from John Blair, the coach. But look, let's hope Southport can really fight this one out. They've probably been 2 or 3 goal behind Aspley most of the day, and it'd be nice if they could hold that gap and not let it blow out, Michael, in this last 10 minutes or so.
Well, it's only 19 points the margin, Bob. We've seen stranger things happen at Graham Road. It's 16 minutes gone, final term. You just get the feeling that one more goal from the Sharks just might put a few frighteners into a couple of the Aspley lads and test them in round one.
They certainly haven't thrown the cue on the rack, and let's hope they can produce that and get them back in.
See, Keris was being held. They promoted forward. Now it's inside 50. Let's see what they can do. Gross collides with his teammate in Angus. Now it's Holland again. Oh, and he's kicked another one. So there you go. That ignites it here, Bob. Southport Sharks now hit their 10th goal. They are only 13 points down, and James Holland 2 goals in a minute to do that.
Yep. Good work from James Holland. Good work from Mackenzie as he really worked hard through that half back line off the back of the square, kicked the ball long, and 2 or 3 Aspley players collided down there, which gave Holland a chance to swoop on it and kick 2 within a minute. So as you say, they've still got the cue on the rack, and if they get another one, they'll start believing, I'm sure.
So 13-7. 85 plays 10-12-72. We've got 17 minutes gone. It's only 13 points. Another goal from Southport would be very interesting indeed. As Matty Payne gets tackled. It isn't Payne, sorry.
Toy.
It's Reece Toy. And Boston rode him into the ground. Umpire adjudged a push in the back. Chipping forward. Puts his teammate under pressure. Now Boston puts himself in. Cops a high one. Duck the shoulders a bit. Umpire says nothing doing. Joey Day picks it up from Aspley. Kicks it inside 50. The big fly over the back. Brendan Forbes can't control it. Crowley's got him. Forbes. Incorrect disposal. Good desperation from Crowley. And he'll cop the free kick inside defensive 50 for Southport.
Yeah, we've seen 1 or 2 players down with cramp. I see Ericsson down there at the moment, just behind the player on the mark. They just need to run until they can't run any further here, Southport, because that's the only way they can get up here.
Oh, ball coming over the back, and it'll roll directly in front of the NEAFL TV commentary box. And we'll get a throw in. 13 points the margin. Can Southport keep this game alive, get another goal, and put the pressure on the Hornets on their home turf?
Just looking at those flags over there, they've gone a bit limp, so certainly the breeze has dropped a bit.
Boston did beautifully, extracted the ball. Long kick down, could be downfield for a high contact. Screech takes a mark, wants to play on. Umpire says, no, you can't do that. So Screech at left half forward. Can they convert here, the Southport Sharks?
Like the game of Tyne, he's been very good all day for Southport.
Oh, look, he tried to measure the pass to Jack Anthony. There were 5 Aspley players around. Would have to have been one of the most perfect kicks in footy history to do it. Probably over-ambitious from Screech. But now Sainsbury, he decides, I'm going to settle things down and slow it right down here. Chips it forward to Cameron Stevenson.
Yeah, they'll play the possession game here, Aspley, for take a minute or two off the clock.
Put a bit of time pressure on Southport as well as Henderson. Chips it forward to Jordan Burke. Keris standing the mark. Been a good performer for Southport all day.
Yeah, some of the new recruits have been very good for them, like Keris, like Wilson.
Burke, long down the line. Good fist away. Little slaps it in there. Now Southport with the numbers here. Butterick picks it up. Chips the ball across field. They want to get it moving. Hayden Keel, he's got numbers everywhere, just delivering the ball, deciding which option he's going to take. It's with Richie. Richie back to Trask. Trask inside 50. Jack Anthony's got away. Couldn't get the double bagger. What's happened there? Umpire's called. The umpire from the middle of the ground has called a free kick to Hutchinson.
For holding.
For holding. Didn't see that one. He's closer than I am, though. Barely, but he was closer. Eddie Sainsbury long down the line, and they'll slow it down here, Mitch McKee.
Yeah, look, all the players are out on their feet. Notice Reece Toy there could hardly move in the centre circle at the moment.
He's just got enough energy to move towards this ball. Oh, well attacked there. That was Boston again. He's done a couple of good things in the last few minutes. He's desperate. Screech, the handball back. Now it's going to chip over here. Clements, can he get it? He's got it. Turner got him. Burge puts himself in. Back to Clements, to Screech. Screech on the left foot, no. Gets taken across the boundary line. There'll be a throw in front of the Aspley box. 21 minutes gone and 13 points the margin in favour of Aspley. Southport definitely haven't given up the ghost yet, Bob.
No, good to see, and that's something that I'm sure they'll take away. If they don't get the bickies here, they'll take something out of this game with their fighting spirit.
Thurlow, the tap down there. Butterick could have copped one high. Umpire says no. Ball stuck underneath him and we'll ball it up again. They just don't have that shrug like Stokes or Joel Selwood has the Selwood shrug, we call it, as the ball goes over the boundary line with the agency of Adam McKenzie.
Christensen down at Brisbane Lions now seems to do that religiously too, and
it's definitely a good technique.
It is. Yeah, just drop your knees and you're taking high. Certainly when you, their height, that makes it much easier for them.
Jordan Burke draws the man. Butterick gets the handball through. Couldn't find Holman over the boundary line. Another throw in just in front of the scoreboard.
This is where you need the old rules with regard to the substitute. Wouldn't it be if they threw a sub on now with 8 or 9 minutes to go with all that leg speed that they could have?
Very interesting. Oh, Payne. How about that for a handball to Sainsbury? Sainsbury to McKee. He's confronted. Gets onto the left foot. Oh, and hits the post. 14 points the margin now.
Yeah, again, it was the two mercurial players in Sainsbury and Payne involved in, and McKee's been pretty good too. He's certainly hasn't lowered his colours today.
Absolutely not. Number 37 is Zach Sard. He's got plenty of good speed. Brad Wilson now gets the ball away to Trask, kicks it over the head of Anthony and Hutchinson.
That'll go in.
That's Franks. Will it go in? Will it carry? It's bounced, and it's bounced back favourably.
Oh, wow.
Hutchinson just got there in time. It wasn't. Got the ball away anyway. Through for a point. Now, Gross played on very, very quickly. Brendan Forbes goes for the big booming kick on the wing. Couple of Southport players have got their eyes on the ball, including Wilson, who's played some kind of last quarter as well. He's having a red-hot crack. Jackson Allen, oh, that's a beautiful piece of footwork. Gets to Little. Little inside 50, has a bounce, can go all the way himself. Goes left and it stays there, one behind.
Yeah, just poor finish there from Little. Had a bit more time. Could have really done the Joe the Goose handball over the top if he had just steadied there. But poor kick. But yeah, look, they're hanging in there, Southport. Got no legs left. They're trying trying hard, but I think Aspley will just hold on.
Long kick down to half back. Aspley still retaining the ball. Fraser Thurlow couldn't do anything about it. John O'Williams now just inside 50. He lets go. And they're peppering the goals at the moment. One behind again to Aspley, makes it 13-10, 88. To Southport's 10-13, 73. Back to that 25-point margin we had at three-quarter time. Ball with Penosa. Penosa now to Jason Burge. Picked his rating up as well as the game gets longer. Now he's chipping it to Screech. Screech marks in front of Joey Day. But as you say, the sting well and truly gone out of this one, Bob. Down the line, Gavin Gross. Gets the ball knocked out of his hand and played it up a little bit too, just quietly, but umpire adjudicated 50, and Gavin Gross, he's going to be in scoring distance. He's almost there now.
Yeah, from the wing he'd probably have a ping, but yeah, look, he a bit stiff there, Wilson. He did touch the arm as he'd taken the mark and probably wasn't in the contest, so the umpires adjudicated. That's 50 metres, and yeah, Gavin Gross, he's been a tireless defender for Aspley for a number of years, and he's a chance from probably 55 here. Even as tired as they all are, he's one that could still go the distance.
Again, it's just a quality footballer. One time on a Port Adelaide list. No AFL games, but he's been a stalwart of the game here in Queensland. Mount Gravatt through Aspley as well. He lets go from 50. It starts left, and it's almost post height. Have a go at that. That is a glorious kick from Gavin Gross to ice this game for Aspley. Their 14th goal, 14-10-94. Plays 10-13-73, 31 points late in the final term.
Yeah, great finish. He's, as you said, Mount Gravatt premiership player. Was a great junior. Was in that group 2006, the group of 2006 that had David Armitage, Gavin Urquhart, Kurt Tippett. There was a whole range. I think it was about 14 players that actually went through the draft, and he was rookie listed the end of that year. And didn't get a chance at Port Adelaide, but certainly come back into Queensland footy, and as you said, been a stalwart all the way through for the various teams that he's played for.
It's the umpire again in the middle. Fraser Thurlow bangs it through to Boston. Very impressive in his first game for the Sharks. Chipping forward. Good, courageous mark taken there.
Jimmy Holland, is it?
Under a lot of pressure. It did fall into his hands nicely, but he had a lot of physical pressure happening as well. It's not James Holland. Leans back and bangs it through. We'll get his number shortly as he turns around to celebrate.
Clements, is it?
That is Rob Clements. And that is his second goal for the day. And Nathan Bock would have to be pleased with the way they finished this game out. They have not thrown the flag up at all. And apart from some, as we say, some of the turnovers and whatnot earlier, and a couple of dodgy shots, it could have been a lot closer.
Yeah, well, they kicked one goal into that breeze in the second quarter, and they've at least kicked four in this last. And yeah, if they had probably held Aspley a little bit better in this last quarter, they would have been right in amongst it. But Aspley's experience and good use of the footy and probably a better forward line structure has seen them over the line. But certainly Nathan Bock's got plenty to work with.
Oh, my word. Good showing from the Southport Sharks today here at Graham Road. It's only 15 points the margin, very late in the final term. And good signs from a bunch of the Southport recruits as well. Wilson, Stevenson as well in the ruck. Done some nice things. Boston as well. Good tackling there. The ball stuck under several players, and we'll do it all again in the centre of the ground.
Yeah, I like the work of young Thine, and also a couple of the younger players are really starting to... Trasker's got a little bit more of the footy. Hasn't been great, but he's got a bit more of the footy in the second half. So they're blooding these younger kids. Budrick's another one. So they're looking at doing the right thing, I think, Southport, and heading the right direction.
Yeah, James Kerris. Jordan Kerris, I should say. 22 touches for the day. Boston as well, up in the 20s for Southport. throw up there. Brendan Forbes gets it down. Boston, we were just speaking about him. A contest against Matty Payne. They'll extract the ball again here. Little chipping ball. Comes towards the boundary line. Did well to keep it in fact. Good battling in close to the boundary line, and we'll get a ball up surely as the umpire comes in and hugs himself. Too late in the day for that, fellas.
Yeah, nothing silly now, boys. It's nearly shower time, so just take your eyes back onto the footy and keep watching the footy.
Once again, the umpire goes down. You've got to clear that path. You've got to be mindful of the fact that when he bounces it, he's going to be coming backwards in that straight line.
That many players coming off with cramp and just sheer exhaustion, I think, this last quarter, both teams. I think we're even starting to feel a pinch here, Michael. It's
well, the sun's on the back now, Bob,
yeah,
so it's actually getting a sweat up in the shirt.
Being cooked.
But it's been a beautiful day for a game of football here at Graham Road, Aspley. As I say, 32-odd degrees. And
wow.
Ball magnet Matty Payne, his 33rd touch of the game. Joey Day, co-captain for the Hornets this year. Gets the ball back to Holman. Chips a wobbly one, but it's gone to Argus, who's had a good game for mine today. Matthew
probably
Argus.
their best defender, I think. Most consistent defender, anyway.
That's a beautiful, beautiful pass. He's weighted that very well for the big fella to run onto, full-chested, and there's a nice mark being taken there by Jed Turner, who's kicked 2 goals for the day.
Yeah, kicked 2 nice ones into the breeze in the first quarter. He's been well held since. But yeah, he's a chance if kicks it like Gavin Gross, he'll go post high, but I don't think he's quite got the same boot as Gavin.
There's not many people who do. But Jed Turner will let go from just on the 50-metre arc, using that left foot of his, and he's shanked it. Just going for the extra distance late in the game. You can't blame you for that. 1-point results. Aspley moved to 95 against Southport 79.
So next week the Hornets have got the Suns at Metricon. That'll be a great game of footy. The Suns have been very good in their practice matches. I think they won by 93 points last week against the Lions. And the Sharks are going to take on Canberra next week at home.
Well, Canberra just gone down to Redland today by the 10 points. And Glenn Screech takes a mark on the siren. Or just prior to. The umpire says you're allowed to take that shot. So Glenn Screech after the siren. Aspley have taken this one home. It's just a matter of how much right now. Let's go. Screech leans back and bangs it through to end his day's work, and that'll do us done and dusted. Aspley 14-11, 95 against the Southport Sharks, 12-13, 85. It's a 10-point ball game, and it's, I suppose, when you're looking at it from the perspective of the Southport Sharks, 10 points. A couple of those goals, particularly early in the first half, you don't want to throw it all on somebody like Jack Anthony, who's with 5 behinds, but a couple of goals that you would expect a man like him to kick. That contentious one on the goal line comes into play as well. So they're far from disgraced, the Southport Sharks today.
Certainly so, and I'm sure Nathan Bock will take that tack. I'm sure they'll work on... It's hard getting 9 new players into your team in round 1 and getting that real cohesion and networking, but look, they'll take a lot of positives out of the game, as will John Blair with their win. Their forward structure was very good today. They looked dangerous when they went forward and probably had a little bit more firepower up forward to get the 4 points. But certainly both teams, I think, can look forward to a very exciting 2016.
Yeah, it's going to be very good. And the return match too will be a belter down at Fankhauser, you reckon? Southport versus Aspley. So looking at the champion data stats as well, Jordan Kerris as well, he's the leader for Southport with 22. Andrew Boston with 20. Dyson Butterick as well. He finished up, as you said, Trask ended up coming through with 17 touches as well. Hayden Keel, good to see him back with 16. But Jack Anthony, 16 touches, 3 goals, 5. And I suppose what could have been.
Yeah, look, and he had a hand in a few others and really worked hard. I thought his first couple of efforts were playing behind Hutchison in that first quarter, and he got the rocket from Nathan. And certainly his work rate from there on kicked in. But and obviously for Aspley, it's going to be the same old names as you go through them there, Michael.
Yes.
Payne, Sainsbury.
Well, as soon as you say Payne, the only player on the paddock that's hit over 30 touches.
Yep.
It's incredible. So Sainsbury as well.
Yeah, Burke was up there. Williams got a bit of the footy. Joey Day was good in defence, and we mentioned Matthew Argus. And they're big fellas. Bevan, Forbes and Turner were all dangerous up forward. Went out of the game a bit Nellis, but a good first half. But all in all, a good effort. John Blair will be happy with the 4 points. Never easy round one. You never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. You don't know what's in them.
Exactly right.
But they'll be happy to get the 4 points, and certainly Nathan Bock and the coaching staff have got some players and some cattle that they can really work with this year at Southport.
Absolutely. All of the boom recruits, as you say, the Vice-Captain Evan Penosa, established in defence there. I was really impressed with, mightn't have been the greatest amount of touches or whatever, but just the way Andrew Boston attacks the ball. You can really see that pedigree coming through, can't you?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, look, he's certainly got potential to get back and play more AFL footy, I think, but certainly he's got the job ahead of him this year to really work hard, get some consistency in his game, which he had today, and he needs to keep producing those four-quarter efforts to keep under the radar of all the AFL recruiters.
Yeah, you can see the potential in Fraser Thurlow, Joel Stevenson in the ruck and moving forward as well. I think when you called it earlier that Fraser Thurlow should go into the forward line, he did provide them with just that little bit of extra, bringing the ball to ground at the very least to some of their smaller players like Clements and Sard.
Yeah, look, I think Sard's going to be a good player for them. He didn't do much today, but he's got that one under his belt. He's got that real speed and can crumb very well. And I think they're going to be dangerous in attack with those small players. They just need someone else to give Jack a bit of a hand up forward as a marking contest.
Impressed with the game of James Holland there for a while there, but when it comes down to the other side of the coin, Aspley, we've already gone through the usual suspects for them, but getting AFL duo Jordan Burke and Jackson Allen into the club, it doesn't seem fair sometimes. The quality of those two players today, just coming in and just fitting into that Aspley puzzle.
Well, yeah, they lost a lot of experience with Shaney Stiller retiring after a fantastic career, both Brisbane and here. And Clinton French was the goal-kicking wizard from when they won their flag. And even Josh Wagner to lose, or when I say to lose him, that's fantastic that he's got an opportunity at Melbourne. But some good players there. So to get those type of players with some experience at AFL level, like Jackson Allen and Jordan Burke, will hold them in good stead throughout the year. Yep,
and we've already said today that Redland knocked over the newly formed Canberra Demons by 10 points.
Yeah, that's all we saw was the final score. We don't know much about who did well and who didn't, but certainly that's a good start for the Redland Bombers. They really need to get. They've got a young team. They lost about 6 or 7 players. They've got an opportunity through the draft, either drafted or rookie listed, and they're going to blood a lot more young kids. They blooded another Himmelberg today, a young kid, a 17-year-old kid from brother of Harrison Himmelberg. And, hopefully they can keep playing these younger players throughout the year. Yeah,
it looks like he's done okay. He's knocked over 12 touches. Thank you to the boys from Champion Data for just running those stats in. But Tolly Simmons as well is top 30 disposals for Redland, so some good signs for them as well.
Certainly is, and all in all, we're looking forward to a fantastic year, Michael, with the NEAFL, and I'm sure there'll be some really even and good football played right throughout the year.
I'm looking forward to seeing this next game come on here. What division is this?
Not sure.
I don't know, but I like it because it makes me look fit. No, it's all good. This NEAFL TV, very, very big pleasure to be working with you, Bob Batty, here on NEAFL TV. Looking forward to catching up as we progress throughout the year with more of the games from the Queensland perspective. This has been Michael Price calling all your action. The great Bob Batty sitting beside me with the special comments. And here at Graham Road, Aspley, it has been the Aspley Hornets, the home team, getting over the Southport Sharks by 10 points. And we'll see you next time on NEAFL TV.